everyone, and welcome back to episode 63 of Edge of Legend. And it is so exciting to be here today. This one's going to be a little bonkers, and I cannot wait to see what these legends do. Now, that being said, this is the second to last episode of season one. That means next week is going to be the season one finale. And then maybe after that, the week after, if everyone's still feeling froggy, we might jump on with a kind of a post-mortem Q&A. We're going to be talking all about season one, answer any questions and all that kind of fun stuff. But that being said, let's do a quick introduction, and then I'll do a quick recap if you didn't see Sidney's awesome recap, and then we're just going to get into this bad boy. So that being said, let's start off with Mr. Michael Powell. Tell them who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Well, as always, I am the dastardly dashing Michael Powell. And I am playing usually I'm playing the fabulous Rufa, but this time I think I'm playing something else. Oh, and our pronouns are he, him, they, them.
Excellent. Also, I see this amazing tentacle raid by Blue Suit with a party of 16 people. So awesome to see you guys. You're just coming in at the start of the second to last episode, the War of the Five Nations. But that being said, we're going to move on to do more introductions so we can make sure you new tentacle dudes can have a good time with the show. Let's go with Sam. Please, Sam, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hello, I am Sam Sterling, and I am playing Ichipokton Papakui, and maybe other things. And our pronouns, well, me and Ichi are she, her.
Excellent. Next up, we have Kylie. Tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hello, I'm Kylie, or I go by Kai. It really doesn't matter at this point. I play Shionabis, the Elven Ranger, and we both go by she, her.
Nice. And next up, Sidney, please tell us who are, who play, pronoun what.
Hi, my name is Sidney Rubino. I normally play Alona, the half-elf cloistered cleric. Our pronouns are normally she, her, but tonight I'm playing the Platinum Hammer.
Yeah, bloody. More details on that in a second. And Ian, tell us who am, what be, pronouns.
My name is Ian. I normally play Woodward, the gnome druid, and roll for his little buddy Mush. But tonight, well, I think we'll wait for bigger introductions as things unravel.
Yeah, I'm so excited. With that being said, my name is PJ. I am the GM and kind of the GM of Edge of Legends and Natural Productions. Welcome to episode 63, The War of the Five Nations. My pronouns are he, him. I'm playing everyone, everything in between, including Korokos and his army of the Forgotten Children of Dragons. So we'll see where this goes tonight. If you haven't seen the recap that Sidney did, it's on our awesome YouTube page, youtube.com/not20prods. You can watch everything we've done at any point up there. It's good stuff. What you all missed last time. After returning back to Bryax to help them with one last repulsion of the Green Army, it was hero moments all around. And they were fighting orcs left and right, and they realized these orcs seemed a little different. They couldn't quite put their finger on it until Korokos descended from his flying corpse dragon castle to have a little bit of a tete-a-tete with Shionabis. It was then that Shionabis critically shot him in the face. He barely survived and used this as, I guess you could say, evidence to his Green King that their plan was never going to work to begin with, and that he wanted the army the Green King promised him. And upon this, the earth began to tremble and shake, the waters began to bubble and bake, and the skies itself would bleed and quake. And with that, draconic children, the Wyverkin, an army long forgotten since the Dragon War 5,000 years ago, woke up and became a standing military to Korokos, who since flew off to his floating castle, and all of the dragon warriors had to kind of take a day to gather themselves and figure out what was happening. With that being said, the legends went back to Adolphon Prime, met with Isawo, and it became very clear that on the mist of the morning to come, the battle would begin. And with this, the heroes, not just the legends, the heroes of tomorrow in this very Zoom, but heroes all over the world, from Shin to Zuko, Nubia, from Azmakan, from Acadia, all over the world, answered the call for global peace. And now we are starting this episode on the very early misty morn of what will be the battle to decide the fate of the free world. It is very early. The skies are gray as old soup in a beaten shoe. It just hangs in the air, this sickly haze. You've never had that where you wake up and you see the gray sky and you kind of hate it a little bit?
I've
That's
never thought about it as soup in a shoe.
As well, two separate items, but please, if you want to put them together, it's your choice. Yeah. Look, how you enjoy your soup shoe is up to you. I'm not going to tell you how to enjoy your soup shoe. But you can't tell where the clouds end and where the overcast thick fog begins. It's almost an absolute blanket from ground to sky. Millions of warriors, soldiers, heroes, priests, shamans, druids, and champions are lining up. With a giant brazier burning in the early morning and a war table standing in front of them, you see every leader of the known world, and the tip of the spear of Adolphon is there as well. You can hear the clanking of metal as armor is being donned, as weapons are being sharpened. You can hear the creaking of wood as siege weapons are being readied. You can hear the shaking, murmuring as early morning prayers are too cold in the blood to be said with a steady hand. And with that, Magistra Bellina, Bo and Rioneg, even the king of Acadia stand at a table with you all. The king, of course, points to the Adolphon representatives. I am in your land. You take the lead on this one. And you see this man with a long beard, with a big white stripe going from chin to chest, as the rest of his dark black beard hangs nobly that low. His hair, though shaved on the sides, is gelled back, and you can see a salt and pepper side to this thick and heavy raven black hair. His skin looks like it has seen the worst you can imagine, as there are bags under his eyes, 3 deep, like a rich purple, as his eyes carry secrets that no person should hold. And though his eyes are tired and heavy, they have not lost the sting of steel that has carried him and his nation to prominence for the past 10,000 years. Meanwhile, Magistra Bellina begins to turn to you all. It has become clear to me that at this time of the battle, it is only fair to give the wand of command to those who made this day possible. We have the soldiers ready. The battlefield is before us. You have the units that you have, and out of character, you know these units. You are currently in charge of them. So, please, tip of the spear, become the scepter of command. Tell us what we must do to keep this world free.
Question.
Yeah.
Mild sidetrack, but kind of important. Is Morel there?
He is not at that table, but he is definitely within earshot.
Okay. All right.
Do you want to call him over?
No. Not with his dad there. Wait, do I know that?
No,
I don't.
it's only
no.
me. I think.
It's only Shonibus that knows.
Yeah.
Damn it! No, I'm not calling him over. But that means, oh no. Okay, let's do this. Rufa?
That was my plan. That was my entire plan. Was hand the reins over to the guy who gets it.
Retired war veteran. Makes sense. It makes the most sense. But did we
Rufa
lose Michael?
No, he's here.
Okay.
Is let's just say he's wearing something that he typically doesn't wear. On his face, he has on a mask. Just out of character. It's one of those Chinese opera masks, the Beijing opera mask. And he looks over at Sidney's character, goes, "Yes, Alona, yes."
Well, I was just thinking, out of everyone here, you would have some ideas of what we can do. Or, Chionibus.
Well, right now, if anything, we should assess our enemy's strength, current strength. Um, can I actually roll? Let's see, what is it called? Warfare lore to assess.
Sorry, what was that again? To assess what?
Could I roll warfare lore to assess Korokos's current military strength?
Yes. Go ahead and roll that. And this applies to Green War, so you get that bonus.
Yay! All right, where is my
+1.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Michael is coming at you live from a cell phone right now. He is home safe and sound, don't you worry, but we're using a cell phone currently.
Curse those downed internets. Curse them all.
Yes. See, plus that +1. Ooh, that's a 28.
Damn. Okay. So, with your cultural, historical knowledge of like the Forgotten Children army of the dragons, with your knowledge of how Korkos operates, and the fact that he's just like a half day's ride outside of town, you can safely assume that he is going to do a full frontal assault with about 1 million, give or take, dragonkin, wormkin from long forgotten history. And he is just going to use their superior power and hopefully superior numbers to overwhelm and destroy Aldathon. You get the feeling, though, that since he's only using a straightforward attack, you don't think he knows what you're bringing to the table.
Really quick, PJ, is there like most military like movie scenes? There's like a giant map of the battlefield. Is there one of those here?
Yeah, so you have like a kind of like a brazier, and like built around the brazier is this gigantic war table with a map on it. The map is basically of Aldathon Prime's borders and the field that leads almost about a day or two to the settlement of Chester, which at this point is probably just destroyed.
Okay. Rufa takes his whip, and with kind of a twist, it becomes a cane. And using that cane like that shuffleboard cane thing to move around the pieces on the battlefield, on the map.
Down for it.
All right. According to Rufa sources, more likely than not that Krokos and his army of Wormkin would do a full frontal attack. And if anything, he will be relying on brute strength to break through our forces. Rupa's suggestion here is we, instead of using brute strength, use technique to outmaneuver his forces. And Rufa would suggest, and he's moving some pieces, that at least in the beginning, we keep some forces in the middle to hold the line, but the bulk of our forces into a classic pincher formation to attack the sides until it becomes, how they say, a kill box. And then we close the box.
So you say that, and Magistrate Bellina smiles, and she goes, Oh, I know that formation very well, yeah. You mean the bull and horns with the moving box formation. If we can surround and destroy them, There may be a lot, but we will overwhelm the numbers. Master Rufa, this is why you, of course, are the one that we are going to for war. This strategy, so say you all?
Perhaps let Rufa add a little something else. We soften them up us also with a range attack, which I would give the floor to our friend Chonobus here, as she is the expert in range combat. But we keep them at the range also with long spears.
We can certainly keep them at range with long spears. However, unfortunately, we have a secondary tactic that we will need your expertise on. You see, we don't know if the frontal wall, the full wall, will be victorious. We hope so. We trust our knowledge and our forces. We will need to send someone up to the castle. We believe that is where Korokos will hide himself for the entirety of the battle. And we were sort of hoping that maybe you heroes could go up there and take care of this issue directly.
Rufa at that point kind of motions over at Alona.
Oh. Of course. What else would we do? You know? What else would we do? Yeah, let's go up to the castle. Certain death. Let's go to the castle. Let's go. Yeah.
Brilliant. Listen, here's however one small thing. We need to figure out a good location to send you up there from. We're aware. Hold on. Let me check the requisition notes here. It says you have magical bats that you fly on.
Yeah, Tesla.
Oh, Tesla, you've named the creature. That's lovely.
Yeah.
Great, Tesla, wonderful. We need to make sure that we can send you and Tesla and your friends and their Teslas to the castle in the sky with dragons. The question, though, is we need a good launch point. We have a few options, but we really would appreciate your input on where you'd like to be launched from.
Well, what are our options then?
She gets her own little war cane and starts pointing to the map, and she says, well, currently the safest places would be deep within Outofallen territory. However, clear sky, lots of visibility. The dragons would, the Wormkin would probably try to kill you at a moment's notice. But you're safe behind the city until you breach. We can take the far northwest coast. However, the temperatures may probably stop your bats from flying before you even get off the ground, since they're mammals after all. Last but not least, there's this lovely little quarry town just outside. It's on this massive hillside. It's out of the fighting by at least enough distance and positioned just right. You could probably get a good slingshot right to the flank of the castle.
I mean, the quarry sounds great to me. It sounds like the one with the least problems.
Great. So in that case, when we mobilize for war, we'll give you a scout retinue to a place called Cobbledale. I don't think I've ever been there. Yes, we'll send you to Cobbledale for the aerial excursion up to the castle in the sky.
Great.
Wonderful. Smashing. Great. Brilliant.
Also, for the record, I can't believe that I'm taking Tesla to the castle in the sky. That makes me very happy.
Out of character, really quick, PJ. Is there time? Does Ruben know if there is time to prep the battlefield before the actual battle?
I am going to unfortunately say no, because also you're fighting in people's backyards, and prepping the battlefield may cause some sort of long-term problems, civilly speaking.
Yeah, I was just thinking trenches and like pitfalls.
My point exactly. Yeah. It's the non-explosive minefield issue that other people go through when they do that. So, but that being said, though, you still have like siege weapons, anti-siege weapons, and everything else that you would need.
Amazing. Also, for the record in chat, Kenna Laura said, certainty of death, small chance of success. What are we waiting for? And it's perfect.
They get another hero point for that amazing reference.
Yes.
Anybody want to start taking bets?
Reference to what, Kylie?
Fire?
Now I don't know.
Don't worry
Lord
about
of, Lord of the Rings. Sorry.
I had a feeling, but then that'd be the chance I'd be like Fern Gully, and I'd
Right.
I'd cry myself to sleep.
Okay. So they all look at each other. You're seeing. By the way, Michael, you recognize someone from Shin. First of all, you see one person and 7 people standing behind him around the table. The one person you know as basically the mouth of the emperor. You see this woman there, basically Madame Wei Jutong, and she is kind of nodding and she says, yeah, this is enough. If at any point your numbers fall or falter or get weak, you can fall back and you can hand the tactical reins over to Shin. We will make sure that we can reestablish tactical dominance in the battlefield. And the 7 people behind her just kind of nod like, And then you kind of see one look at you with your mask on. What's your deception DC, Michael?
1 second, let me check.
Did you seriously wear
Yes.
uh
To find deception DC, that's 10 plus what the number is, right?
Is there?
Okay, that would be a 23. I'm a very good liar.
Okay. So
That gives you all the confidence in the world to the rest of your party.
yeah, that's always good. Hey guys, I just want you to know I'm a very good liar.
It's 8:30. Where's your Rufa?
It's like, I'm right here, says like the 3 trench coats and like a sock puppet. So one of the 7 behind the mouth of the emperor, Wu Zhetong, kind of looks at you for a minute and goes, huh. And you don't really, they don't say anything, they don't do anything, they just kind of have this weird knowing smile. And then they go back to the warfield. And then in Shin they say, okay, pillars, we will do our jobs as we will always do. For the emperor, for the people, forever. And they repeat that line, for the emperor, for the people, forever. And Madame Wu Zhetong just kind of nods and they leave. Off in the distance, you see powerful like soldiers of Odeyasu, like with like these giant mobile walls made out of wood, and you see these people on the ground sitting down with these like crossbows with bayonets the size of spears, just loading bolts the size of like basically more spears, and they're clad in armor and tiger furs, and they're just readying these weapons. And they, you know them as the tiger hunters of Kogujo, and they get up and they kind of go over there as well. So the table seems to kind of like break down a little bit. The king of Acadia just kind of puts two fists on the table, kind of hunching down, looks around it. Our reports show that they have water units as well. They have a navy. What are we going to do about the navy?
TJ,
looks
really
at
quick.
Shionibus. What? Alon is gonna look at Shionibus and goes, I mean, we have a Larian boss.
We have a boss. I don't think the Ulfgard is back yet.
Well, assuming this is a ship of some sort, put it in the bloody ocean. Why not?
He can't die when he's in the ocean.
Then there shouldn't be a problem.
If you have a fleet to back him up, by all means.
Acadia is a landlocked, massive nation. We have boats for trade and travel. We have no boats for war.
I'm not going to send one man as a sacrifice mission.
Why don't we ask him? We're sorry.
So as the king of Acadia kind of strokes his long beard, his kind of salt and pepper beard, he just kind of looks around. Then send 2 men. And he points to Morel. I mean, 2 is better than 1 last time I've done math.
This means that his father still considers him a man, though. That's good, right? Yeah, wow. Acknowledge his presence a little bit. Ooh.
We have 1 ship. And if it's true, the amount of units that we're up against sea-wise, I don't know if 1's going to be enough.
Unfortunate. Well then. Drag them to land, we'll kill them there.
Out of character, PJ?
Mm-hmm.
In your world, does napalm exist?
Not anywhere outside of New Jack City.
Gotcha.
Fire. Michael and fire.
I swear to God.
Pyro.
Sam, Ichi starts feeling like a little tug on your ring tunic. And turning around to the tug, you see your friend Chantico, and you see Pangolina next to her.
Well, looks like y'all really took on this hero business, didn't you?
Chantico smiles. What can I say? I used to work for a very good hero.
Ichi turns away as if she's looking out into the battlefield, but wipes a little tear so no one could see. Should I roll a stealth check?
Yeah, roll a stealth check or deception check to be like, I'm not crying, you're crying.
It's a 2 on the die face. So it's not
In the
gonna
die face. Chantico gives you a warm smile, fully seeing the tear, and Pangolina walks up, kind of shuffles over and hands you like a little tissue. I know sometimes crying happens. I have a lot of tissues for crying.
Thank you, Pangolina. Well, how is the forces looking out there?
They're good. Bardo is trying to keep their spirits high with singing and dancing. A lot of people are saying it's too early for that. They think it's kind of poorly timed, but he's doing his best. Everyone really would like some coffee. They're asking some of the people to make some coffee. Would you like to assist with the coffee making?
Absolutely, I would. I look around. So when do we think this is gonna pop off? Because Osmocon needs coffee to really get it going.
The war table kind of looks and they think about it. Well, you see, Master Bellini goes, but I suppose it will pop off when everyone is ready in formation. Once we have confirmations, or we have sight of the enemy, then I mean, and it's really popping off then.
Okay. I'll look around. I'll look at Chantico, and I'll be like, Shanti, I know I used to ask you for coffee all the time, but this time's gonna be different. And you know what? I'll help.
I would really like to make that together. Oh, also the orcs are saying something about how they have something they want to share in the coffee making process. I don't know. I think it might be kind of fun.
Fascinating.
Yeah, couldn't hurt. So they eventually take you over. There's this giant metal steel bowl, or well, like kind of stone bowl. There's a big fire underneath it, and you see all the coffee makers of Osmicon like getting their beans in there, and they're kind of like using this giant paddle to press it. And whenever like sludge comes out, they brush it off. And then Zaka shows up when you're there. Zaka walks over, and he is completely covered in the war paint of both the Gray Ash tribe and the Black Spear tribe. He's even got like this giant like triangle face, and you can see his Morn scar is still there. And he's got this giant boar on a stick. And he comes over and he goes, "So I heard you're making coffee."
Yeah.
Okay.
What's with the board?
You're gonna love this. Hold on. We have something. We have it's called giant. Nope, that's not a good one. Let's rename that one, PJ. You know what they call it? Coffee. You know when you try to invent a word the moment and it comes out and it's all wrong? Welcome to episode 63, everyone. You'd think I'd be better by now. No. Let's
Just want
say
to let you guys know that word was accompanied with full frontal assault multiple times today.
no. Hey, I'm doing my best. Okay.
Don't worry, we have a war plan. We're gonna pitch it.
Okay, you're gonna pitch your war plan.
Well, no, the full frontal assault.
You're gonna pitch a full frontal assault against the
Yes.
coffee. Oh, so I was trying to get all the vowels and the big sounds of the orc language and the geminates, and I'm like, no, I messed this one up. I did a bad.
Maybe coffee is just a universal language.
Let's just make it. Yeah, it's coffee. Don't clip that, Reap. Please don't clip that.
Too late. It's also
Any
gonna go on TikTok later. I picked that one. That one's going. It's going on there. I get one a week. And that
get
one's
one
going.
a week.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? If we can't laugh at ourselves, who can we laugh at? So that being said, Zaka basically takes a knife after making a short, like asking the board permission to kill it, and then kind of starts cutting it open and starts mixing spices in with the blood. And he goes, trust me. It sounds disgusting. Like, we take this before a war raid, we don't stop. And he takes this mixture of like spices and boar's blood and other things, and then starts pouring it. Kind of takes this giant boar and squeezes it like a sponge, get all the stuff out, all up in the coffee. And he looks to this one person. He's like, it's not my place, but why is there this awkward shaped human who just moves like a caterpillar when he's standing upright? And you see this person there just kind of, we are making coffee as humans do. That is all we are doing, making coffee like humans do. And you see what is very clearly 3 goblins in a trench coat wearing a human face mask and a bad wig, and they're just making the coffee, the rest of Asmacon, and the orcish ingredients.
Oh, that's Harry. He's a human.
He's a human?
Yeah.
Zaka looks up and down and goes, I did not know humans were so flexible. Interesting. Good to know. He withers like a caterpillar. He's a brave warrior.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. And when it's finally done, you get what can best be described as, have you ever seen a red velvet cake?
Yeah.
So imagine if red velvet cake was in coffee form.
Is this a mug cake?
So Zaka pulls out this stein, this metal and stone stein. It's basically a mace. He takes it, pulls it just to the top, and starts chugging it. Oh, that's it. You need to try this. And he hands you his massive stone mug.
It's just like, well, there's one thing I know other than wrestling. It's delicious liquids. So let's do this. Go.
You taste the bold, almost chocolatey notes of Asmacon coffee with that slight buttery texture that seems to carry through, with a little bit of that nice nice meaty burn of like a rich dark roast, but then carrying through is kind of like uh, a spice that tastes almost like a pumpkin spice, but then there's this kind of sweet raspberry flavor. It really does taste like you're drinking a nice warm chocolate raspberry coffee. And then fortitude save.
Sounds of distress. Sounds of distress.
Instant battle rage.
You
should have better fortitude because we leveled up, right?
Yeah, she should have
Fine,
at least
right?
she should at least have one better fortitude than the last time.
So let's see. That is 24.
24. So you start drinking this. Suddenly, your eyes dilate. The world around you becomes a lot more panoramic. Your body starts to feel warm and you start to feel extremely powerful. You are hasted for one round of combat next episode.
Okay.
So
That's
make
actually
a note.
damn handy.
Yeah, it gives you basically one more action that you can use on either striking or moving. So
until next episode or on next episode?
On next episode.
Okay.
Because we're not playing Ichi and everybody today.
Got it.
And you'll see who in a minute. So anyway, everyone starts drinking this, including the other orcs. You're like, all the tribes of orcs are coming together, and they're basically enjoying a mug of this chocolate, like the red velvet chocolate raspberry super coffee with you. And as they're drinking it, you're gonna see all the orcs just like they're finishing, they throw it down, they're like, yeah, what? And they're just like super stoked, they're slapping each other in their face and they're shouting their war cries at one another. You can see the elves are like, it is 4 a.m. I swear by the last fallen snow, if you don't shut up, I will take your tongues from your jaws. Please, shut up.
Aw, please tell me they're yelling, bro.
Insert gif of little girl with cotton candy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you all know, I'm throwing away all my critical 20s as the orcs just turn around and be like, bro, you wanna go? You wanna go, bro? Bro, I'll go right now, bro. Bro, what's up? You want a hug? I'll hug it out. I'll pick you up and spin you like a goddamn princess. And the elves are like, I mean, my nation is very cold, and I have not been touched in quite a while. I would like to feel like a princess. Yes, please, pick me up, uppies. And you see all the orcs just grabbing the elves and picking them up and doing this amazing spin. And in the morning mist with the fires and the natural just glare white and blue crystals of the Northlands, it almost looks like freeze frame as like the prince lifts up the princess and there's sparkles everywhere. And then the elves get put down and the orcs go, that was amazing, thank you. And the elves are like, I mean, we can do it again if you want. I feel special. That was nice. I like that. And they go, okay. And they pick them up. They do it again. Now the orcs and the elves are good friends. And they're going to spend the morning warming up. I rolled a critical 20 on that whole thing. And I'm going to get all my 20s out now. So is there any other role play that you all like to do before war is declared?
Yeah. Yes.
I see Kylie was like, what? Let's go to Kylie really fast. Kylie, who do you want to talk to before war kicks off?
I was just gonna ask, is the Nubian ambassadors there?
Yes. Besides your uncle, you also see the current head of the Nubian monarchy. You see a woman with three tiered chrome necklace, like a gorget almost, up to the top. You see this amazing gold paint kind of going down on her lip, around her eye, and kind of doing the Eye of Horus. This gorgeous afro that just kind of stands rambling into the sky, and within the afro, you see little bits of like planets and stars constantly going in and out, moving through her hair. She has her left hand has this kind of shiny chrome gauntlet that covers almost up to the elbow, and her rings are just flashing with the different symbols almost popping off hologram wise of the gods of Nubia. the style of her court has been best described as out of character, kind of this fantasy Afro-futurism with a little bit of like Nubian touches. And she walks up and she says, "Good morning, son. How are you doing, sister?"
Hi, Auntie.
I love it when you call me auntie. How are you doing?
I mean, I was good before, like, war, and then like you guys showed up. So,
I mean, we can go back home if you'd like. Listen, it's a very short bird ride home. I don't want
no,
to. Okay.
like, war, world war, kind of need everyone,
Yeah.
So I see my uncle's here too. That's great.
Yes, he was very enthusiastic about brutalist art design and open air mall integration. He never stops designing cities, and I really wish he would.
No, he does not. Um Also, I don't know if you know. Question, PJ. Is
Yeah.
Awesome Raw in the room?
Awesome Raw is in the camp. The camp is massive. If you want him to be within earshot, you can absolutely have him be within earshot. Okay.
Nope. Just so you know, a certain someone is back. I'm going to say this now. When this is done, he goes back with you
I see.
until I can figure out what the hell is going on.
I understand. We all need time. I'm sure he won't mind waiting for you. I'm sure he's waited long enough. What's a few more days, months?
Yeah, it's been a interesting few weeks. So,
Ugh. Honey, let me tell you about it. There is a firestorm that won't leave the Red Wastes. It's just, there's all of the jackal gnolls that are constantly searching for someone. We don't know what they're doing, but I do know this. Right now, everyone's playing nicely. So until they don't play nicely, Auntie's not gonna have to get off her seat and kick an ass or two.
I mean, we definitely need it. So, this
Yeah.
Cloud,
Oh, the firestorm?
yeah.
Yeah, Set is very angry.
I mean, when is he not? That's kind of his thing.
Yeah, but he's not moving. I think he's awaiting with anger and patience. Again, is his way.
Yeah, he tends to do that a lot.
Mm.
When this is all over, like I feel like maybe we should sit down and talk, because I just have a feeling that we might exchange information we know, and kind of catch me up on what's going on, and yeah.
I would love to, and bring any friends you want. Last I heard, you were with that sailing half elf. Yes.
I was.
Oh, did he die?
No.
No. He'll
show up soon, I hope.
Oh. Well, I hope that he is having a good day, and again, great morning sun to you, and we will be reinforcing the front line. I cannot wait to talk to you more, sister. Bye-bye.
Bye. I'm going to quickly walk around everyone and just hide. I don't want to be here.
Fair enough. Sidney, you said you wanted to do a thing really quick.
Yes. I want to RP with Morel.
Sure. Morel is standing basically with all of the local Koga champions of Adelphon and the entirety of the Platinum Hammer, and he's trying to join them in the prayer to Koga. He's very confused, but he keeps repeating their prayer, and he's like, he's doing, first of all, he's doing your Afro hands that you taught him to do. Meanwhile, every other member of the thing of Koga's champions, they have a very unique weapon. It is one entire piece of steel. It is a sharp point, kind of like a spear tip, with a cross spear tip going this way, a lot of wrapped leather, and basically a long spear tip in the back end. They call it the blade of Koga. The only reason they have the leather wrap handling around it, you can tell by looking at it, because if there wasn't, it would be sharp edge in every direction. So they all have their hands kind of like on the leather wrapping while he's doing this, and they're all saying "Pa ora pacem parabellum" over and over again. He's sitting going "Pa ora pacem parabella, pa ora I don't know what I'm doing. What is this? I'm not very good at Alphone language.
No, he's trying so hard. Alona just goes up and just kind of taps him on the shoulders, like, "Hey, I don't want to interrupt if you're in the middle of anything, but could we talk for a minute before we go do this thing?"
Oh, yeah, I would like that. I think we can just go. I'm not really here.
Right. Yeah. They're gonna go over to a little area. So you're going to stay down here and help Larry and Voss whenever he shows up with the ships, right?
Oh, is that the plan? Yeah, I can absolutely do that. Yeah.
Okay. I just I wanted to ask because we're going up to the castle in the sky. And it seems like it's gonna be just the 5 of us. And we might not come back.
I mean, I would like you all to come back. I think everyone here would like you all to come back.
I would, yeah, I would like to come back too. But I just wanted to say goodbye, just in case, and that you're really awesome, and thank you for being exactly who you are. And I hope that if we don't see you again, that you find exactly what you're looking for.
Thank you. Oh, that's heavy. Well, I can go up there with you. If you like an extra pair of hands, I can get Tobias. I'll grab him by the ear and force him. You might even like being useful for a change. So, because Ilona, I don't have a home to go back to. I'm not allowed in Acadia. And every other place I've been to is nice. Alphon is nice. South Hasnacorn is very nice. Well, I've lived in tents for years. I've lived in stone buildings. I've lived on the travel for years. I don't have a home in Acadia. I have a home with you lot and with Joey. And there's 2 aunties, the 2 half-orcs, and even that stupid little boy, Tobias. So I don't want to say goodbye. I want to say, let's kick his ass.
Then let's kick his ass.
All right. Let's kick his ass. Oh, I need to get a bat, don't I?
You don't have one? I thought we all got bats.
Oh, no, I do. I just don't know how to bloody summon it. How do you summon a bat? Do you shout bat really loud? That just seems gauche.
Well, did you name your bat?
I'm not good at naming things.
Come on, try.
I named it Batty.
You named your pet Batty?
I did. I thought it was cute, and I realized it's not very creative, you know?
No, it's sometimes the best names are just derivative, and you've done a very good job. And now, that's all you can do is just call Batty, and I'm sure they will come.
All right. But like Joey's not a Joe. He's a boy. So like, I can't call him boy. It doesn't work.
I mean, you could just call him boy.
No, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna call him Joey.
Oh, good. Yeah,
He's a
that's
good
his
lad.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we should probably, if I'm going to be joining you, I should probably get Batty. Where are you going? Where are we? How is any of this working? I've been praying to 3 different gods all morning and I'm confused.
We're going back to Cobbledale.
No bloody way. We're going back to Cobbledale.
We're going back to the quarry where it all began.
I have not been there in months. This is... Yeah. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. And Morel, if you can't go back home and we survive whatever is coming next, you never have to leave our side.
I'll hold you to it.
Good.
All right. Oh, I think I need some coffee. Is there anything else I can do before we go? I just want to make sure.
Choco meat! We need to work out.
We gotta
Help me.
All right, let's do some quick push-ups before we go. Here, he takes off his suit of armor, he puts it on you, and he goes, hard mode, let's get some strength going. And he just drops down and starts just pushing out some push-ups. So give me an athletics check to enter push-ups. Wearing his armor, you're going to get a -2 to the roll. However, if you're successful, you'll get 4 success points.
Oh, what? Okay. All right. Athletics. It's only +2, but it's not the worst. Wait, am I? Yeah, it's a +2. Fuck. Okay. All right. Athletics. What? How does 16 do?
That wins. Get about 1 point.
I don't remember. It's been so long since I've worked out. I don't remember where I am.
Quarantine, am I right, people?
Mood. That's exactly what I say after I work out.
Yeah. Because I forgot, I want to say you definitely got at least 1, if not 2 strength point stats. I don't recall. And there were some points every 10, you get another 1 strength stat.
Yeah, I think, rats. Oh, it's been a while. No, because remember, I got, oh wait, then that means it's a 17 then, because I keep forgetting. Wait, what? I'm sorry, words are hard. I don't know what's going on. I don't remember how many points I have. I think I had 2, so this would make 6. I think I've got 6 points to get to my next thingy.
That sounds about right.
Okay.
So yeah, you have a very rough morning haul of it, and after like the first couple of push-ups are awkward, and then your muscles are going, okay, we've adapted, and you start pushing, and you start feeling the burn, and your forearms start feeling tired, and then you start having a hard time getting the push-ups. You have that kind of like that Steve Rogers in boot camp, like trying to get up, and then eventually you go, and then you collapse, and you have your chocolate meat, and you can feel your arms just kind of swelling and healing and knitting all the muscles fibers back together. Yeah, and Morel's like, looking stronger already. I'm just gonna take this armor back off you because I'm gonna need that. Just take it off here, put it on the hips and on my shoulders. Excellent. Yeah, looking strong.
You can't even see my arms because it's so dark in my room. But strong. Yay for strong. Okay, thank you.
All right, so Morel will be joining you in next week's battle against Korokos. Anyone else has any other things before the War Council kind of disbands?
My only thing is that I think Woodward at any point is probably pouring glasses of whatever ceremonial drink is kept in the corner of a war room. It probably hasn't been touched in forever, but he saw a decanter and he decided it was up for grabs. So however many glasses are in the room, he's just kind of pouring them and passing them around the room. I don't think he's saying much because it's not really his place to be, but understands where booze is needed and where you can find it.
Absolutely. You find a very well vintage brandy. The bottle has not even been opened yet. It's been saved for a very special occasion.
Good
Magister
enough.
Bellina, yeah, Magister Bellina just kind of goes, I think if there's ever time to open that bloody bottle, now's the time, mate. Please open that up.
Right. Oh, Woodward just like, I know there's the foil and everything, but I think Woodward just kind of gets that cork in between his teeth and the foil and just kind of like twists it, just like it's uncertain, just leaves everything else that could be there and just pops it off. And he just starts pouring glasses. I don't think he's actually pouring anything for any specific person. I think he just knows that at this point, there's enough of the people who are going over, the rules and the plans and everything that a little liquid courage may be needed.
Yeah. The King of Acadia refuses, and he says, not to be impolite. I just don't like losing my faculties. Thank you, little man.
Hey, no, I totally understand. It's just I don't got any to begin with, so I'm just gonna, them faculties, and so I'm just gonna drink until I find them. But wars are coming, so to each their own.
Absolutely.
Live and die how you will.
No better wisdom said today. Well, thank you. If you need me, I'll be preparing for whatever comes next. But everyone else is grabbing the brandy, and you can see, early morning, little sleep, no food. The booze hits quick. The cheeks are cheery red. They're laughing, they're talking. It's almost for a moment you all forget the mists that have completely encapsulated your morning are about to break at some point. And as the veil lifts, you will enter the theater of war. Hey, look at your kitty!
Yeah.
Look, you know the rules. If you see a cat on stream, you got to drink at home. You're watching, drink water or whatever else you have around you. I'm not here to force you to do anything. But I'm going to force you to drink because the cat's on stream.
The theater of war of kitties.
The theater of war of cat. Oof, what a delightfully furry and yet terrible war. Oh, look at that cat. Okay. So that being said, any other quick ones at all? Anyone else wants to?
Really quick, I think at the point where Rufa is actually going over with the strategists and higher up officers about because in war things never always goes according to plan. So he's helping them create alternate plans, and in case if B happens, we could do C instead of A, perhaps maybe D, and branch off into E or D. We'll attack if this situation happens, we'll attack with a wedge formation here. Or he's also talking to the people loading up the what is it called, the giant spear launcher things, the
arbalest or the siege weapons. Either one's fine. Yeah.
He's suggesting, well, honestly, in this situation, if you attach some a few barrels of alchemist fighter around the head here, you could actually create more chaos this way, which will create smoke and more din and make your forces look bigger than it really is. That's
sure thing. Sure thing. I could just feel somewhere in the ether someone's like, oh yeah, Rufa talking about that fire strategy. Oh yeah. Okay, great. That being said, some time has passed. Everyone is dressed in their armor. Weapons are ready. There's a group of people, some scouts, that once you have all your people ready, they start kind of issuing you out to the east, and they just, torches lit or lanterns up, weapons drawn, and shields ready. They move you. You can feel it like almost hours of walking, about 3 hours of walking, until finally you get to this sudden steep raise up of land. And when you cross it knees to chest, you feel that familiar, awkward, unstable, stony ground of where this all started 63 episodes ago in a little town called Cobbledale, on a day of a very special holiday built around asking for forgiveness and receiving redemption. And as you look around, as the faint fog begins to break off this high cliff face coast city, and the sounds of seagulls and lapping oceans becomes all too apparent, and the gray mist breaks as the sun starts to rise, you can see the 6 Gold Coins Tavern, the 3 statues in the center of town covered with messages of forgiveness and redemption. You see the Bun Boys' first shop, where one of you bought your first bun. You see small craters slowly being patched with masonry and stone from the quarry where those siege spears were thrown by Leontari 63 episodes ago. You are seeing the damage of the city now being almost patched together like patches in a quilt or holes being covered in a well-worn pair of pants. You're seeing Cobbledale, the place where it all started, where a Nubian ranger jumped 90 feet and proved that death could not catch her. where a little hero with a high alcohol tolerance helped a city survive an afternoon siege, where a young priest, unsure of herself and her skills, was able to see for the very first time how much a human being can be needed in this world, where a brave dancing man gave the world laughter and food and fashionable clothes and style. Because if you're going to be in this world, give them something to look at. Give them something worth their energy. And there, all of your bats come together. You see a champion of Afra, of Acadia, seeing the very first place he ever felt forgiven for his past trials and tribulations, and the people that made him feel at home when he had no land to call home. And as you suit up on your bats, the scouts point you in the direction of this castle. Craggy, rock, crusty corpse of a dragon long forgotten, head hanging in the sky, wings like a cadaver just floating in a river. On his back is a castle too tall. And then suddenly the griffins rise, the wings spread, and with that, the cue is left for you to go. Your bats flap their wings and prepare to take off. But that's a story for next week. We now shift the camera back to 1 million soldiers, heroes, legends, side by side. Joe, please play Welcome to War as I tell them what's about to happen. The misty fog has been hanging a heavy shroud all morning. War comes in the day like a thief does in the night. Surprises you. You feel it coming in your bones until all of a sudden, all at once, it is too late and it is on top of you. The heart in every hero's chest beats 3 times, like a hammer against steel. The blood runs cold and hot as your hair stands up like porcupine quills, shoulder by shoulder with brothers, sisters, siblings of life. Their faces look different. The colors and hues of their skin are not yours, but you know in this moment, they have always been. And then the veil breaks in parts as torches swallow the smoke of the morning mist in, and staring in front of you, an uncountable army, shoulder to shoulder, necks haunched, eyes aflame. Just like you, they wear different colors, but stand as one: red, blue, green, white. And they look at you with hatred. Steady, knowable hatred. The blanket finally pulls like a tarp, revealing And as it does, the war becomes all too apparent. The sky is now scaled by Wormkin hatred. The ground is now writhing with their infantry. A horrible beast roars as birthing from the oceans. Whales with the skin of dragons roar and crest and land, spraying water and coming from their body like warts and pimples made flesh. Wormkin marines ready to invade your very homes. And in the distance, proudly riding in a monstrous horse, Koroko smiles. Welcome. This is it. The line in the sand. This is our no more. From this moment on, it is peace or it is death. Welcome to war. The war of the world's nations. The war of 5 nations. Standing against an army that time forgot, that hatred brew, and that one magnificent bastard weaponized to kill you. Whatever happens today, it's not legend. It's just another story. Now roll initiative. War is upon you.
$27.
Sidney roll 27.
26.
Kylie 26.
24.
Sam 24. Excellent.
27.
Okay. Michael 27.
And another 27 from me.
Okay. The army's information. Spear and steel slam against shield, wooden and steel alike. Somewhere off in the water, Larian Voss just takes off his shirt, throws it at the ground, readies Halfson, and stands looking at 5 ships, and he starts charging into the water. You see the front line starts just screaming their war cries, their home cries. Their land is here today. The Platinum Hammer's prayer being done, their censures burning smoke. It's done. To the ground it goes. To blades we throws. This is what heaven and hell is. This is conflict. And you ready for war. And somewhere, the warrior elite of Tezuku, Nubia, and Maikana shrug. It's another day saving the world from its own stupid ass. Here we go again. Now play for me, Chimera's soldiers. The battle of the 5 nations has officially begun. All right, so here's how this is going to work, everyone. This is a battle, 1 million versus 1 million. Heroes and legends on each side, monsters all over the place. We have going first, Sidney, but this is going to be interesting. They're not playing Alona, Woodward, Shionibus, Ichi, and Rufa. They are playing Ielenu Obinrin and the Warriors Elite of Tezuka, Nubia, Maikana. They are playing Larian Voss himself, the one man versus 1,000. They are playing the Platinum Hammer, ready to heal and deal. And they have the front line, which is Sam and Michael, representing Asmakan's heroes and the Warriors of Shin. There are 5 hero points for both the heroes and the villains. Every time one of us spends a hero point, the other team gets 1. So if you spend 1, I get 1. If I spend 1, you get 1. And we're gonna just throw these off. There are special hero actions you can get by using your hero points. And we'll do that when you have questions about who they are, what they are. That being said, we start off with Sidney. Every action will create an equal and opposite reaction. You do something, the enemy will fight as well. Sidney, what does the Platinum Hammer do?
Okay. Well, as someone who's really good at buffing, I would like to ward against Wrath. So that means I will take 1 action, 1 minute to choose a unit, and call upon a blessing so they don't see any harm, or that they shall know justice instead. So when the target is about to be attacked, the attacking enemy must choose to either forego the attack and be spared, or commit the attack and take 4d6 good damage. I would like to bestow that blessing to one of the members of the front line. I'm gonna go with Osmocon. Just choosing one, and I'm going to ward. Well, can I do 2? Actually?
If you want to spend 2 focus points and use 2 actions, you can choose 2 people. Yes.
Great. Then I'm just gonna start off. I'm gonna ward both the front lines. I'm gonna ward Osmocon and Shin. I'm gonna use two actions to ward each of them.
Okay. Cool.
I have 1 action left, but I don't know what to do with it. Oh, haha! I'm gonna choose. There's so much. Wow. All right. Deific weapons is 1 action. This is like versatile holy weapons. So
Yep.
I've got plus 16. What is okay? Plus 16, plus 11, plus 1.
Yeah, so you have plus 16 to hit the first time. The numbers after that are how many, like, your multiple attack penalty for multiple hits. The damage, of course, is after that. And versatile meaning you get to decide if it's slashing, bludgeoning, or piercing, basically to signify that you have warriors using hammers, swords, and spears.
Right. Well, I'm not going to use that then, since that's the front line. So I'm going to hold one of my actions to use deific weapons if one of the front lines is attacked. So on top of getting that negative penalty for not attacking, they will also get my deific weapons triggered as well.
Okay. So basically, the minute they attack in the front line, you're going to jump in and strike them back.
Yep.
Dope. All right. Remember, you guys have that ward. You have to declare when I rolled a hit that I have to choose to hit you or forgo the hit. That being said, next up is Michael. So what does the front line, especially was that Sidney?
For 1 minute.
For 1 minute, yes. So for 10 rounds of combat, I believe. So Michael, what does the front line and the officers and heroes of Shin do on their first round?
So let's use 2 actions. We're going to attack for our first action. So
I couldn't hear that. What was that, Michael? I'm so sorry.
Then we're going to attack with our first action.
Okay.
That is a 32.
All right, 32 to hit. That'll dirty crit.
All right, we're gonna go with let's go with the slashing damage on that.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll the damage on that. I rolled a 31. Do I double that because it's a dirty crit?
Did you double all the dice and the bonus damage?
No, I just rolled 31 damage on 4d12.
Yeah, so you want to roll 8d12 for that total.
Oh, 8d12. Okay.
Yeah, if you want to, I can double the 31. No problem. Okay, there it is. Calculator. I'm gonna need all these numbers. All right, so that was your first action. You did 62 damage.
All right. Our second action is going to be we're going to attack again.
Okay.
That is a 25.
25 to hit.
Yeah.
That will hit.
All right. And the damage on that.
I forgot something.
That is a 29, and that's going to be piercing. And for my last action, I am going to use Shield Wall.
All right. So as your army just moves in and they just start striking with their weapons and following through the strike, you hear someone in the center shout, "Shield Wall!" And the front line steps back and you start seeing 50 Ulfgard shields just come down in a massive half dome. You now have greater cover behind that massive shield wall. That being said, I realized I forgot that I had an action between Sidney and Michael. So one of the units, bunch of blue dragons, runs to Osmicon, and they roll to hit a total of 31. Does a 31 hit you? And would you like me to have the option to take damage or not?
31 does hit. And
Okay.
what was the second part of your question?
This unit, because you are warded by the Platinum Hammer, they can either choose to hit you and take damage themselves, or they can choose to not hit you at all.
They could take damage themselves.
Okay. Get wrecked, scrub. I love it. So they're going to definitely attack you. And so you now roll, I think you said 2d6. So roll 2, is it 2 or 4d6, Sidney?
46.
Roll 4d6 for me, Sam.
Oh, Sam rolls a 46.
That is 8 plus 9, which is 17.
17. All right.
That also triggers my reaction.
Yes, it does. Why don't you roll to hit?
I know. Okay. Math is hard. I don't think I will. Does a 22 hit?
It hits.
Oh, it does? Sweet. So 2d12. Haha, wow. This is the most I will ever hit. Like ever. Alright, 2d12. That's 12 damage.
Okay. Is there a 1d6 out of that as well? I forgot if I put that in there for you.
Well, oh yeah, 2d12, 1d6 plus 10. Oh, damn! Okay, so 12 plus 6 plus 10. 12 plus 6 plus 10. 28 damage.
Not bad. Okay. So this army of blue dragons start charging over the front line. You see them start like reaching back with this clawed hand, and they just start striking into them. As they start striking into them, you see this light come off the front line, and many of the dragons recoil and drop. The wormkin recoil and drop, while some just keep moving through. And as they start moving through, the Platinum Hammer starts swinging around with their unit and just starts crushing them in the flank with a quick strike. You hear like the dragons scream and roar in the process. That being said, the front line is going to suffer, let's see here, 29 damage as what was left of that charge definitely gets through. And with that, I'm going to need the Platinum Hammer. The Platinum Hammer needs to give me a reflex save, DC 24.
Reflex save. Okay.
Really quick question. Does
What's
Sam
up?
and I both share the same HP, or are they separate HP?
Different units, not the same HP.
27?
27, you beat it by 3. You take half of this.
That's a lot of dice. That's a lot of dice.
Let's see, 9, 10, 11, 13. You take half of 24 damage. As you collide with the side, the blue dragon just kind of go, and you see suddenly ice shards come flying out of their mouth as you are pelted by an ice breath, just pummeling into your units. That being said, the other unit is going to be attacking the other front line on Michael. Michael, does a 29 hit?
My AC is a 29, so it's meet it to beat it, right?
Yes. Cool. So then a 27 would miss as well, correct?
27 would miss.
Okay, cool. Excellent. So, effectively, you see a red unit of Wormkin run into you. The first one hits, does, oh no, yeah, that's bad. You take 35 damage as they just start jumping onto your people, and some of them just get pincushioned by their claws. Others, like, limbs are torn off, and some just get like a giant bite, and they scream as they just drop immediately, like a shark tearing through goldfish. They just plummet. The second attempt to get further through your unit does not break through, which is good because they have a special thing that gives them more damage of a 2 hits hit back to back. And with that, once they start meeting resistance, once your shields and spears start backing them off, they step back and they just start going, and you see fire start to pour out of their eyes like liquid magma as they are filled with rage. And that is their turn. That being said, so those 2 actions in between. Next up, Ian.
Okay, so Voss is out on a ship, correct? Staring down the whale creatures spitting forth Wormkin.
Yes.
Are the whale creatures staying farther back and spitting out these Wormkin, or are they trying to approach me yet?
You see these unusual drake orcs, or orcas, I should say, drake orcas, are kind of just in an unusual kind of scattered formation, and from their ribs you see their bones actually open up, and you see what looks like a giant cannon come out of their side, a cannon made of pulsing sinew and scaled covering, as they are opening up their broadside guns.
Wow. Okay. That's a different problem than I thought I had on my hands. Okay. I think I'm going to open up with one of my focus powers then.
Okay.
I want to open up with the Storm of a Sea Wolf. So I have 2 actions for that. They're going to have to make a basic reflex save to beat a DC 24.
Okay. And you're using this on the not the Wormkin on top of the
No.
boat, but the boat itself.
Yes.
Oh, this is good because vehicles have like no reflex. Okay, what's the DC to beat again?
24.
24. Yeah, it would have rolled a critical success, but it's a boat,
Woo!
so it doesn't.
Great. Yeah, Voss ends up taking Hafsen above his head and spinning around, and as he does so, he ends up summoning the sea and the wind around him. The clouds closing in strike down ferociously with lightning, and sea comes crashing in with rogue waves across the boat. I need to roll a crap ton of dice. 1 second.
While you're doing that, I want to take a quick second, just peek into the chat. Thank you so much for the hype train, you all. Is that a level 5 hype train that I'm seeing? Am I crazy?
Yeah, we got a 5-level hype train earlier.
Thank you so much, guys. That really means the world to me. Thank you.
Now I gotta do a special thing.
I do gotta do a special thing. I think I got
So, 47 damage total.
something.
And the electricity damage and the cold rain saps the muscles of this living ship with slow 1 and the clumsy condition 1.
Nice. Okay.
So hopefully it can't shoot at me with its rib cannons. It's just scary.
Okay, 1 second.
How big are these things? I mean, I know they're big, but
Yeah. So this submerged creature that, like I said, has wormkin coming out, and these guns coming out the broadsides. They're about the size of an orca whale, maybe give or take a few 50 feet.
So it is a 120-foot burst on the area.
Mm-hmm.
If another one fits within that 120 feet, let me know.
No, it's just out of range because of their scattered formation.
Cool.
But yeah, so you start whipping Halfson around, and in your head, you can hear the curse of the sea wolf echoing. Forever shall I walk the sea, to never stand on land, and never breaking tide I'll be, and drink the world to sand. And these words that have formed you as a person for hundreds of years seems to almost echo as Halfson starts to have this ring, as his steel starts to glow, and suddenly, as a storm drops down, as you describe it, the boat screams in pain. This horrible, like, orca, horrible screaming pain. It's a dumb sound when I do it, but it's terrifying. It's very surreal. And the boat just kind of rocks, and you kind of see, like, as an eyeball kind of looks around and closes back in the ship.
I think Voss overall is probably mouthing along with the words at this point, with the curse is just such a part of him, whether he knows it or not, he's saying it almost as a mantra. Is there anything close enough that he could hit with Halfson, his axe?
You can definitely throw it and hit the one you just caused a sea storm on.
Does it come back?
Yes.
Okay, there we go. I am definitely going to use Halfson's attack. Sorry, he's got a lot of cool stuff he can do. So I've got to scroll through. Here we are. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, actually, no, I'm gonna wait for you to tell me the damage, good sir.
Sorry. Does a 33 hit?
A 33 dirty crits.
Great, cool.
Now, I will say the X factor doesn't double, but there is something put in there in case you crit.
Yeah, that's fair. I saw that. Great. Okay, I'm here now.
I'm gonna hate hearing this number out loud.
That's 9. Hold on. Right. Yeah, that'll be 173 damage.
Yep, there it is.
done with Halfson, and he throws it out into the side of this orca.
So you just sit there, like, after causing a storm, just kind of whip and throw this axe, and you can see it, and as it starts moving, you can see Halfson's now kind of taking the cockpit of the thing, and it just starts, like, double spinning, and it hits the orca, the genetic orca submarine, and the whole ship just goes as it resettles back, and with a nice little back in your hand, Halfson returns. You
love it.
Have almost bloodied a living ship.
Yeah. Just wait till next round.
Now, that being said, in between each round the enemy goes, and with retaliation, I'm going to need you to give me a reflex save, or you can just choose to just eat this. That's your choice.
I'm going to try for the reflex. It's not great, so I'm not expecting anything great, but
okay.
I just rolled a nat 20.
Oh my god!
I burned a villain point for this. Damn it.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So nat 20 plus 10, which takes me to a clean 30. Thank you so much.
So there are now 6 hero points and 4 villain points as the ship that you just almost brutally murdered, you start hearing and the entire broadside volley just starts coming at you, and there is Larian staring as the freshly christened morning sky is just barely eking sunlight, but now it returns to nighttime as cannon fire covers the sky. And as you open your arms, all of the shots fall everywhere else but onto you. You take no damage and receive no ill effect from the cannon fire. Your ship is a little worse for wear, but you can swim. You're a good swimmer. That being said, the Marines are going to take their turn. They're going to use 2 actions to get to you. They basically jump in the water. They swim like Aquaman. They pop out, and they start climbing, jump up, and you're looking at these blue dragons with these unusual kind of like thin ears, and you can see like 3 layers of gills, and the lids the lid kind of pulls back, the fake lid, and they open up their mouth, and you can see sea mist escaping their lungs that they've been breathing seawater for 5,000 years. And as they do, they just kind of, and you start seeing the morning air start to gather in front of their mouth. I'm gonna need 1 more reflex save as they're about to use an ice breath on you.
I mean, I might as well roll. After that, I might as well try it.
I mean, who could blame you?
28.
Yeah, okay, that succeeds. It's not a critical success, but that's still a success. You're going to take half of... Okay. Taking half of this, seeing lots of 1s. Nope, I'm seeing a lot more 6s. Okay, I like that. I like seeing 6s. Let's see. 18.
I'm seeing a lot of 1s, is what you'd like me to say.
Yeah, you would like that, wouldn't you? It's 18, 20, 25. So you take 30, you take half of 30 ice damage as all of these dragons show up, and in one coordinated strike, you are just pelted and covered in a thick, heavy ice.
Not the worst. I think Larian just kind of brings both of his hands up in front of his face, protect his moneymaker. But besides that, ends up getting pelted with whatever the Wormkin send at him.
It's nice. And with that, you can see that the dying ship starts to like growing out of the deck. More Marines are getting ready to take over your ship. Your ship is beaten. It's beaten down. It's still up, but it's not looking good for long. Next up, Kylie Yellen, whose turn to take the field. What you gonna do?
Okay. First, I feel like she'd fist bump her brother before getting ready.
He absolutely takes it and he goes, I'm gonna kill more than you today. Just to let you know. Bet.
I'm going to do the weapon of the 3.
Okay.
And hope for the best. So it's the 1 attack and then the shield bash. Is that what I'm...
Oh, so sorry. No, there are 2 things. The weapon of the 3 is basically her multi-shifting holy weapon.
Sick.
Yeah.
Remake notes now. Okay, here we go.
It's all good. Yeah.
I'm gonna use a hero point.
Okay.
Because that was a 1.
Oh, that's good. This is great because this puts me back to 5 and 5.
It did so much work.
Is it another 1?
It's a 2. And I hate my life.
What's your bonus to hit though?
18.
Is that total?
Yeah, total.
Okay. You are now being chased at by this wormkin. Like your unit's meeting another wormkin that have like a kind of teal blue green, and you can see in their eyes like a storm sparking from the lip of their lids. And you said 18 total?
Yes.
I'll miss by 2 points.
Okay, it's fine. I feel like now she's really pissed because her brother's gonna get 1 for her. Let's turn to shield bash, and she's just going to like turn around, come to like a screeching halt, and then just like redirect and go full shoulder.
Okay, roll to hit.
Oh, that's a lot better. Okay, that's a 25 to hit.
25 to hit. That'll definitely hit. Roll that beautiful damage.
Not a lot. 14 damage.
14 damage. Okay. Not bad. Not bad.
And then I have what? One more action?
Yes, you do.
I'm gonna use a focus point. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it. Oh, that was Sonic
Awesome.
damage.
Okay, no, that's great. That actually, I need to know that.
And then I use a focus point to use my bro.
Mm-hmm.
And then units get a blah, blah, blah. I'm so stressed, y'all. A resistant 10 to all damage for 1 minute.
All right. So you're using him on your unit, or you're gonna put him on another unit?
Let's go another unit. Let's go for the one for Shin.
Okay, so Michael, you now not only have the ward, but for I think you said 1 minute. Let me make sure that's correct. Yeah, for 1 minute you have resistance 10 to all damage.
Ooh.
So to even hurt you, I got to roll an 11 up.
And that's it.
All right. So Awan you see Awan with his sword and his axe, and he's just kind of like having a great time fighting, and then suddenly he sees the shit and he goes, I'm just gonna step out for a bit. And you see he just starts taking off running, and as blades come by, he meets him with his wrist, and they break on his wrist, and he bats away dragons, and he gets there, and he just starts doing this war cry, and suddenly his hounds show up, and you hear kind of the war drum of Oakwin, and suddenly everyone in that unit takes 10 less damage as they start kind of feeling the hype a little bit.
Woo!
So
As an older brother, I think Shionda should get a rage action for her brother beating her. Because I know how my little sister would react, and she would definitely fly into some sort of battle rage.
Absolutely. She's already mad that he's gotten one hit compared to her.
It would happen
So.
immediately.
Sibling rivalry, you know?
absolutely.
Think
absolutely.
on it, TJ. Think on it.
I'll think on it. I'll think on it. I'll pray on it. I'll get back to you on it. So does a 34 hit you, Kylie?
Yeah. Can I use my reaction?
Yes, you can.
All right, I'm gonna shield, but yes, it still does.
Okay. But the good thing is that goes from like a potential, which I don't think so, but potential dirty crit to like not at all. Okay, so cool. They're gonna roll do damage.
Pickle barrel lids for the win.
Saves lives. Pickle barrels save lives. Remember that, people. Let's see. So that's gonna be 28 slashing damage. The hardness is gonna take off whatever its value is, and the rest of it's gonna go to you and your shield.
They said 28.
Yeah.
Cool. Right on. Cool. Got it.
All right. With that, I'm gonna need Yelena to make a reflex save.
Let's go. 25.
25. Oh, that beats it. Okay, so you're taking half of this. Yeah. All right. Oh, wow, this is pitiful. Oh, nothing above a 3. 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 11, 13. You take a half of 13. You're taking 7 damage?
Dick.
Yeah. Pittance. As the teal the Wormkins you're fighting just start like you see this light start to glow in their chest, and you see their eyes start to kind of buzz like bugs, and as they open their breath, you see 2 glands in their throat start to spark as suddenly ions form, and this bolt of lightning just fires out of their mouth. It's such a buildup that you easily have enough time to go, what the? And then dodge right out the way.
Done.
So that's them. Next up, Sam. All right, Sam, what is the front line and the heroes of Azimcon? What are they going to do?
We're gonna roll out
Roll out!
all
Yes!
that coffee in our system. Yes, so we are going to take 2 actions to be a part of the battlefield at a moment's notice and deliver with great force. Gonna move the unit to reinforce another unit. Once we are there, we'll make an attack, and that unit is considered flat-footed and will remain flat-footed.
Okay. Nice. So yes, you're going to be reinforcing a friendly unit and attacking an enemy unit. So who do you want to reinforce?
Is the Shin unit like able to be reinforced?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay. All right, roll to hit.
The 7. Oh wait, that's on the die face. I have to add it together. That is. Wait, am I confused? What do I add to hit?
Sure thing. So your attack ability should have a bonus number to it.
Oh, of course. There it is. Sorry.
No, that's quite all right.
So that's a 32.
That's a dirty crit. That's a very dirty crit. You can double the damage and roll 8d12 damage.
8d12. Good thing I like randomly pulled out all my d12s earlier.
Yeah.
Still, I'm gonna have to roll them twice.
8d12. That's a 96 maximum. Well, you know, it's 4.
I got 2 12s out of 4 so far, which is
all right.
sweet. Okay, hold on.
Love to see it.
That's insane.
Okay, so that's 4d12. We're gonna do another roll.
Man, the higher in level we're gonna get, the more time we're gonna have to be rolling dice.
Or we're just gonna have to buy more dice.
Oh darn.
So it's a 61 points.
61 points of damage. Good lord. Okay. Cool. So you suddenly hear a very familiar voice go, "Roll out!" And a bunch of the crash just start moving as fast as they can. They hit this nice hill, get some airtime, land within the unit of the other front line unit. And once they do, they kind of take that momentum and slam into the enemy units once they've rejoined. And once they do, they crash. You see easily 60 people just in the air flying up like something is being kicked out from underneath a tire. And once they're inside, Merrick just grabs the little ring under his arm rest and pulls out an axe and just says, "The crash is here." And you still have like an action or two left?
One action, right?
I believe so. Yes, that is definitely 2. You have 1 action left.
Alrighty. So then, for my second action, I will do shield wall. To call for defense.
Cool. So now that the crash is broken out, shield wall, and you suddenly see like canvas cowhide and reinforced by steel plate shields and even some more Ulfgard wooden shields just slam down in place, making this impenetrable fortress. So that is the end of your turn, and with that, we have one more villain action, and I'm going to burn another villain point because I can.
Shut him down.
And that puts you back to 6 hero points, y'all, if you want to use those. So, I am going to use... Suddenly, in the sky, you see a group of griffins in a flying formation take off. You see the sky is thick with dragons dive bombing and belly striking, and they are dancing and weaving and flying higher and higher and dive bombing. But behind them is a group of about 5 or 6, maybe 7 people riding large bats. And eventually, once they break through a certain part, you see the griffins seem to open up and then just drift back, and the bats vanish into the unknowable denseness of this floating castle. But once you see them, you see something else kind of catching your interest. The floating corpse dragon. The mouth drops out, and you start seeing this green roiling light just build in its mouth, and that death from above as the dragon breathes that horrible acid fire. I need everyone, all of you, every character, make a reflex save.
It's the Death Star.
Pretty much.
Dang it.
26.
Nice.
Why? Why? My dice hate me tonight.
Burn them.
I've already burned one.
No, I mean the dice.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
You can use more than one hero point because it's a pool if you wanted to.
But
You
then I
can.
put us at 4. So I just used another one.
Actually, it put you at 5 again because I used one to activate Death from Above.
Sick. 27.
27. Okay. That sounds like a good number to me.
Yeah, you
Better
said
than a 2 that I rolled. Again. And
Much
then a
better.
30.
I got a 29.
29. Good. What you got, Sidney?
I might reroll.
Okay. Taking the hero
Alright,
point away from y'all.
Yeah, I'm gonna reroll. That's 1 point better. I hate my life. 21. Does a 21?
21. Okay, good. And Michael Powell, what was your reflex save?
28.
28. Okay, great. So everyone, sorry, I hate to say this, everyone but Sidney succeeded, which means everyone but Sidney is taking half of this. Sidney's taking the full of this. Make sure there's no other side effects for just succeeding. No, okay. So that is 2, 5, 8, 10, 14, 18, 19, 21. 21 is the number. If you succeed, you get half of 21. Otherwise, you get full 21.
Does my resistance 10 kick in?
Yes, it does.
We're rounding up to half of that, right? round
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
round up. Some people may round down. We're rounding up today.
Man, healing squad's not doing too good. Crap.
So with that, that was the action point used, the hero point, and the villain point used. Now they're going to do their actual turn for the last bit of this round. Let's see here. I think there's going to do 3 attacks. So this is going to Sam. 30. Does a 34 hit?
Yeah.
Okay. 34 hits. Does a 19 hit?
No.
And a 5 definitely doesn't hit. Okay.
No.
So what? That's so bad. You take 6 damage.
Okay.
Yeah. They try, so they just run and they smatter, just right into your shield wall. And so as your soldiers in the front,
breaks their ankle.
no. So imagine, if you will, the shield wall is up. You are an Ulfgard. You are a Tezuku, a hunter. You are a warrior with a shield raised. The sky is darker because you're covering that up, and you're there. You're bracing yourself in your back leg. Suddenly, you go knocking back. You right yourself, and as you're fighting with all your might, a hand breaks through and starts thrashing around like a snake possessed looking for a rat in a tunnel, and it's right next to your head, and you know that if it just got a little closer, you'd be dead. Some people in the shield wall, the 6 of them, aren't so lucky. The hands break through, they find solid meat, they tear, and they die. But a lot of the wall is still holding strong against this threat. That being said, end of round 1. We're going to take a 5-minute break. When we come back at 10 o'clock, round 2 of the War of 5 Nations. And there's a lot of violence on the field. Who knows? This could go either way.
We're gonna die, but in a fun way.
That'd be great.
Maybe.
Speak for yourself.
Larion's like, I'm
fine.
good. I can do this all day. I'm good.
Trouble.
It's fine. We're
Yeah.
fine. It's fine.
Look, reinforce your healers, guys. Just reinforce your healers, y'all. All right, so we'll be back in 5 minutes, 10 o'clock. We'll see you then. Thank you so much for joining us for episode 63, The War of 5 Nations. We'll come back in 5 minutes. Hi, everyone. How's it going? Welcome to Edge of Legends.
Putting on a shirt.
Episode, no, goddamn you, I said don't put on a shirt. Episode 63, the War of 5 Nations, and the day that I will never live down. And for those of you who rated, I just want to let you know what you're about to get into. It is episode 63 of don't put it on a mug. Sorry, I'm looking at the secret chat. It's episode 63 of about a year and a half, almost 2-year campaign of an evil outside influence trying to rally all of the orcs and goblins together to basically start World War Orc. And these heroes and legends have been doing an awesome job fighting and stopping the war as happening as much as possible. But is now the final day of the fighting. It's the second to last episode of the season, and we're going to take off from part 2, going back to the War of Five Nations, where 5 nations of the world band together to fight a 5,000-year-old dragon army called the Wormkin, or the Army of the Forgotten Sons of Dragons. So that's where we're at. Also, don't look up what Orcish is for coffee, because I regret saying that. So we're going to pick up with the second half of this game. God damn it. With that being said, we're going to start the second round. Top of the second round goes to Sid. Joe, you badass TDU, can you please play the Chimera soldiers again as we go back to battle? Yes. Okay, so starting off with Sidney. Now, yes, Sidney, what are you going to do?
Incredible. Well, I'm not doing so hot. Actually, Michael, how are you doing? How's the shin doing?
I'm actually doing very well, and I'm about to do something that's going to be hopefully very good.
Good. Okay, then never mind. Then I guess I can hold off on taking care of other people, for once. Let's see. What is happening? I had a plan, and then I got hit a whole bunch. Can I have triage take care of me?
Yeah, absolutely. You also have your own healing and harm spells if you want to use those too.
That's true. Yeah, I'll heal myself. Let's see. 1 heal spell is, wow, a lot. The base for the spell is 1d10. And then, so it's, wow, 4d10. Wait, hold up. 4d10, and then 4d10 plus 32, and then another 4d10. No. These are all different ranges.
So yeah, 1 action is 40-10, 2 actions is 40-10 plus 32, and 3 actions is 40-10 within a big radius.
I see. I'm just gonna use 40-10 because it's just us, so we can all just go tap. And I should have left my. I don't have that. Do I have that many D10? I'm gonna use a digital guide. That's a lot. I have so many dice. I feel very bad, but you know.
What I'm hearing is when we roll up season 2, I think we all need to go out, buy some dice together, have some coffee, and just have a great time.
Hot cups.
Hot cup of dice party.
What?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
A hot cup of what?
Coffee. Just coffee.
Coffee.
So I heal myself for 27. So I'm back to like not doing so bad. Yeah, I'm back to not doing so bad at all. Great, perfect. And that was only 1 action, and I have 2 more. So I'm going to use my next action to cast Azamat's Breath. So it's got a range of 120 feet and in a 40-foot radius column. They have to succeed a basic reflex save. So creatures in the blast take 6d6 good damage, and on a fail, they are enfeebled 2. On a critical fail, double the damage, and they're enfeebled 2 and stunned 1.
Okay.
Yeah. We're just gonna spit some fire on these bitches. Yeah.
All right. So there's a lot of units out and about that you can do this onto. There's the Fire Wormkin, who've taken a pretty good beating. I want to say they are fighting the Shin. There's the Ice ones that are fighting the Asmacons. And there's the Teal ones that shoot electricity that are fighting Ielenu. Which ones that have already been hit do you want to hit? Or do you want to hit the 2 units in the back that have not even moved yet?
Let's go for the 2 units in the back. Wait, well, okay, so here's my thing. It doesn't say what, it says, oh no, it's good damage. So never mind. I was like fire. No, but it's good. Okay. So yeah, let's attack the guys in the back. Let's just get rid of them. Just get them out of here.
All right. Okay. Well, so the DC is 24, right?
My DC is. I don't know.
It's okay. If it's not listed, it's probably my bad. It should be 24. I did not roll 24. I critically failed this roll.
Oh.
So yes, you get to hurt him real bad.
Yes. Oh wow. Holy crap. Oh no. So that's bad.
Finish him.
That's like, oh wow. So let's see. So critical fail, double the damage. Let's do 66. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I do that right? Okay. Great. And then you're enfeebled 2, and you're stunned 1, and 17 times 2 is math. I didn't do that much damage. 17 times 2 is 34 damage to you. So 34 damage to you, but you're enfeebled 2, and stunned 1.
Okay. Cool.
I don't think we've ever been enfeebled. Because I don't think I know what that means.
I have.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, enfeebled is great. Basically, at enfeebled 2, they're going to take a -2 to all of their strength-based rolls and checks. I believe that might also include damage. You notice something. I want you to describe for me what happens when your powers coalesce and summon the platinum hammer breath of Osmod himself. What does that look like on a massive scale?
So here's the thing about the platinum hammer. The way that I'm imagining it, and I don't know if this is accurate or not, but the way that I'm imagining it is that they kind of all have like really good instincts because they've been working together for so long. So when they know they need to heal, they just go ahead and like tap on the shoulder, like almost in tandem, and then all of a sudden they all like, I imagine like literally just a mass of forces just turning around in one fell swoop, breathing in together and releasing the power all at once.
Okay. So yeah, it's almost like you have champions and war priests standing in formation, and they're moving with this kind of exact rhythmic precision. And once they realize they're taking hits, you see them kind of helping each other up. They turn, and you hear this loud clap as almost hundreds of people slap plate mail, and you can see this light just peel off as they all start healing themselves. And with that, and they exhale, the skies part in a dome, like something is coming from way up in space. And as it parts, you hear this delayed, then you hear this horrific screaming as something is coming from you cannot know where. And then this giant platinum hammer made out of the light of Azimuth himself crashes into the ground, and you see bodies just fly up in the air in the aftermath as this massive mallet is lodged into the Earth's crust. And as it's there, it just starts pulsating with that heavy platinum light of the god of all that is good, the king of the Astrogenicon, and then it dissipates. You notice what you thought may not have been that effective is more effective than anticipated, as those who weren't even in the blast, their backs are scarred completely, almost through, like when you eat an apple halfway, and they're just kind of there screaming in pain and cursing in Draconic. You hit a weak spot of one of the dragon army, and they're not doing good. They're not doing good.
Sweet.
So with that, the army that you hit, one action into a rage, the other they're just going to start peeling off to the side. They're in just a blood fury now. They're going to try to attack. They're going to try and attack Ialenu. Oof. Does a 36 hit you?
Yep.
Is it a critical?
No. Ooh, top of the round, right?
Yes.
Shield.
Reaction? Okay.
Yep.
All right, so then it won't be a critical that way. That's good. Okay. You took 34 damage as even though you raise your shield, she raises her shield up high, but they just start jumping all around you, almost like they look at you and they go, no, and they're just trying to take out your warriors. With the one action they have left, they're going to try and attack again with a penalty. Does a 26 hit you?
Miss.
Good. Suddenly, a whole army just dog piles into Ielenu, and you kind of put your shield up in like Wonder Woman when she takes a shell blast from a tank. You just like divot the earth deep behind yourself as you're probably holding on to 50 wormkins, each the size of a normal orc, but just more scaly. So like, Ielenu. By the way, Ielenu Obinrin, her name in Yoruba translates to Wonder Woman. Don't know if you knew that. So she is just divot in the earth, throws 50 off. And there's A1 over in the other group going, I'm not seeing a lot of killing going on over there. I think you're starting to get behind.
Gonna flip him off.
He just chuckles. He's like, I love pissing off my sister. Next up is Michael's turn. Michael, what is the Shin gonna do? You are buff to holy hell. What are you gonna do?
Right. First off is we're gonna take some auxiliary units. I can roll stealth, I believe.
Okay. That's stealth versus the perception DC, I believe, for the auxiliary unit. So give me that stealth check.
Well, that stealth check was a.
That's a little high. Is it a critical 20?
Wow.
Look at that. You love to see it. Okay, that's awesome because not only does that count as a successful auxiliary flanking strike, but that doubles the damage of a normal hit, so it goes from 4d12 to 8d12, and because you have a 1d6 precision attack for that flank, it's now a 2d6. Please roll for me. 8d12 plus 2d6.
Holy.
Can you say that again? 8 and a what?
8d12 plus 2d6.
Oh, right.
Sorry, I'm looking at chat. Hedgie Cleric is saying the leopard print of +2 extravaganza.
That's a lot of math.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're doing that.
Just on the fingers. Yeah, I'm just gonna... And that was one action, I believe. He still has 2 other actions.
That's
As he just like, he gives the order. He's like, you 20, go stab him. Oh my God, they're stabbing so many people.
Yay for stabs. We love stabs.
We love stabs. Listen here, not too many productions. We love us a stab. You know?
That was a 86.
86. Wow. Okay, really fast. I need to get a clarification on which army you're attacking. The red dragons, the ice dragons, the electricity dragons. Which one are you sicking these poor bastards on?
Well, my idea is the Shin has sent their part of their Shin scouts. I don't know if you want to flavor them as archers or crossbowmen to sneak from the right wing and then just unload from the right.
Nice. Okay. That's totally doable. Are you attacking the ice dragons attacking Ichi or Sam? Are you going to attack the fire dragons, which I believe are attacking you? Are you going to attack the electric dragons that are attacking Ielenu? Or are you going to attack the negative dragons that are also attacking Ielenu?
We're going to try to get rid of the ones we're dealing with now, so I guess it's the red dragons.
Red dragons, dope. Okay. That's...
And our second action is we're going to send another auxiliary unit, this time from the left. Wait, so basically
All right.
Killbot.
All right, that means they are entirely flat-footed. So go ahead and roll your stealth again. I will take that 2 away from their perception, so it's gonna be a lot easier to stealth them.
That is a 32.
32, that's another crit. Oh my god, dude. Okay,
Oh,
D12 plus 2d6. Give it to me again. Roll that beautiful bean footage, dude.
Michael, you're coming in clutch.
yeah. You know, it'd be amazing if like the Shin just like legitimately wiped out everybody, and then everyone was like,
Absolutely.
Yo, did you
And
see
then
the
Rufa
wearing-
can't take credit because he's wearing a mask.
Oh no!
It was all us. I don't know who that guy is.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who Opera Man is, and this Rufa just steaming like it was me the whole time.
You know why they're doing so well? Because they worship the dragons. They know the dragon's weaknesses.
There you go. There you go. Let's go with that.
Hedgie Cleric's like, extravaganza.
You gotta add the claps in there. You really do.
It's beautiful. Oh my god, I love it.
So that is a 78.
78. God bless. That's the same unit, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to
Okay.
remove them all. Hopefully.
All right. As the Shin general shouts to another scout unit to go around the side and pincer them, the pincering is devastating. From the arrows to one side, as the dragons, the wormkin naturally step away from the arrows they're being littered with, some dropping as they are pincushions to bolts. They turn and they face the spears, swords, and daggers of the Shin scout unit that's just eviscerating them on the other side. Their flanks are now destroyed. They become a simple column of what's left. You bloodied them. That unit is now bloody. They are below half their health. And you got one action left, I think?
Yes. My one action, I'm going to do the dragons above and the dragons within.
Yes.
And I'm going to use the auspicious strategist of the North Wind, Kong Ming, which is statesman, inventor, and master strategist. With his 8 trigram formation, is the pinnacle of defense and mobility, said to be a formation only his students could defeat. Assuming the stance allows a unit to always be under the effects of shield wall, but not be forced to be moving at any penalties and still allow for attacking.
So basically, you can have a shield wall up at all times. And
This
you can
person
move.
sounds like Rufa's best friend.
Yeah.
it's you get through the description, I'm like, oh, cool. He knew him since childhood.
Yeah.
Right. So you see in the middle of the battlefield, you see this man wearing these long white robes. He has this wonderful resplendent green hat that's kind of curling in the back, the beautiful peacock feather kind of going through the back where a button is being pierced. He's got this giant fan he's just gently fanning himself with in the middle of combat as people are screaming and steel is ringing with collision. He's just calmly, and then he starts telling people where to go. And like instinct, they just snap and they start going. And suddenly, this thick, condensed formation of shield walls breaks out into an octagon of 3 lines of soldiers. And with that, he just says, "Good. Very good." And you now activate the 8 trigrams formation of Kong Ming.
Can I make one note
Of course.
real quick? It wouldn't be a green hat. That's actually not a good thing.
A green hat's not good.
No, I'll tell you later.
I
why
thought he-
it's not good.
I always thought traditionally he wore a green hat. Maybe I'm wrong, or maybe it changed after that. I don't know.
I'll tell you later.
Hey, let's talk later. Anyway, but he says that, and boom. So now you have a shield wall, which gives you greater cover. And if you really want to, you can use that to just do more auxiliary units with massive bonuses to stealth. That being said, you did your turn. It is now the bad guy's time to try and retaliate as they're dying. The Red Dragon army is pissed, or the Wormkin army. They're gonna. Oh god. Is a 26 hit now that you basically have greater cover? No. So basically, the H-Rograms breaks out, and the dragons are like, there's openings, and they start running. And as they start running through, your units just kind of stick out a limb, and they just go, and they get caught in a clothesline, and they just can't break the formation. Mad is all hell. They are going to then regroup. You see, like, the army kind of regroups and starts moving around your flank, still caught in their own pincer, and then and fire starts to bake the battlefield. I need the Shin military to give me a reflex save. Remember, you have greater cover, which gives you a +4 to your reflex save.
Wow.
Oh.
Is that another critical
Are
20?
you kidding me?
I don't even gotta roll damage. No effect. As the red wormkin just breathe in fire and just bake the battlefield with all their might. The Shin battle formation holds, and the warrior elite of Oriyasu, Shin, Gojo, the whole group just gets behind their shields. They look over at Kongmin. They go, Westerners. And then they look back across the battlefield. And Kongmin kind of laughs and says, don't use fire tactics if you don't know how to use fire tactics.
Damn.
Behind the scenes, just to let everybody know, these were my 3 rolls for these things. I had a nat 20, a 19, and another nat 20.
Damn.
That's insane. So our next rolls are gonna be shit.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
This is where Kiyoma, the god of luck, is like, they've been doing a little too good. I'm just gonna start.
Yeah. How many nat ones we got?
Yeah. So the red dragon, the red wormkin army is bloodied. Their efforts are for naught. Now we get to step back to the ocean as Larry and Voss is surrounded by blue wormkin marines and 3 living organic dragon boats.
Okay. So those on top of the ship with me, I want to take I'm gonna try one attack. Well, hold on 1 second. Let me see how many actions this is. Yeah, so I'm going to take one attack against those in front of me with Hofson.
Okay. Roll to hit the blue wormkin marines.
29 to hit.
Oh, that's 1 point away from a critical hit, but yeah, that hits.
Let's see. 123 damage.
Okay.
It's yes. And then I think Hofson, realizing that these boats are too much for him to take when he's being swarmed, in a way, over the prow of his boat, dips his axe in the water and ends up yelling out, Yorgamat! Those in front of me want to defeat such a foe as I am to you. Who will spill my blood? And throwing the water in the air, waits for Yorgamat, the brine dragon, to show up.
So as you say this taunt and throw the water in the air, you see what's left, what's very few left of this group of Blue Wormkin Marines. They start slowly, their eyes go wide, they get dilated, that little lizard slit. Their gills start puffing with fear and anticipation, and they start looking towards the sky as it gets dark and the water starts to bubble and churn. And the deep voice says, who is it who dares kill the sea wolf? They are mine, and no one else shall stand to take my prize. And this massive gargantuan dragon comes out of the water, just dripping off the kind of almost Baleteen or kind of seaweed beard that he has under his chin. The water drips down, and he goes, You forgotten children should have stayed asleep. And roars.
At this point for summoning, do you want me to roll for anything Yorgamat does?
Yes.
Because that was all 3 actions. The attack and summoning him was 2.
Yeah. I will absolutely have you roll those because I figure it makes more sense to be in your hands, and treat it exactly like you would with Woodwort and Mush.
Great. Okay. Then I'm going to do a 1 reaction, a 1 action attack. Yes. I need a basic reflex save from those on board.
Okay. 19.
That does not save. Ouch. They all take within 30 feet of the brine spit that Yorgamat gives out, they all end up taking 10 damage.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
You see, as he just spits this heavy salt water, the dragons, the wormkin, they look terrified. They look up at him, and it's like, oh no, oh, we are so outclassed. Some of them kind of like when you get cold water poured on you, and your instinct just immediately shrug and try to keep warmth trapped in your neck and chest. But unfortunately, this cold water comes with a caustic burn, and as they do this, you just start seeing them sizzle and scream as at least 20 of them drop dead.
That being said, I don't know the size of the ship that he is on. Voss did not make the reflex save. I'm willing to take the damage, but 30 feet is actually quite large for a ship.
It would be centered basically, I think, around your general area.
Great.
Yeah,
Okay.
So you can definitely take that damage as well. I mean, you're only going to make my life easier by taking damage. Stop slaughtering these people.
But I'm also on the sea.
Yeah.
Right. Ian, I swear if you kill him.
No, but if I stay out here, I won't die.
All right. So with that awesome action, it's time for them to go. I'm going to burn another villain point in this case. So now we're at 5/5 again. And this is going to activate the dragon cannons, the broadside once again. I'm going to need a fortitude save from you, Ian. And for Jormamat as well.
Great. For Voss, that is a 22. And 1 second. Fortitude. 32 for Yorgamat.
Nice. Well, Yorgamat is 2 shy of a critical success, so he'll take half of this. You, unfortunately, are too short for a success, so you'll take all of this. Okay. I like those numbers. I like those. Ooh, yeah. Okay. That sucks for him. Okay, so 6, 12, 18, 24, 29, 36. You're going to take 36 fire damage and be flat-footed until the end of your next turn as, again, this horrible cannon fire just peppers your ship. You are noticing this ship will not take another assault, whether it's from invading Marines or through another cannon fire.
Right. Okay. As Yeah, as that the ship gets peppered with such blows, Voss is definitely taking damage himself and grunting against it. He feels every blow he takes, though the sea keeps him alive. Yorgama, on the other hand, kind of shakes it off as far as HP goes, but is not happy with the outcome, and hopefully he's going to go after those ships in the next round.
Well, yeah. So that being said, with the hero point being used, the ship will now take its turn. It's going to use one action to make more Marines. Another action for the Marines to get to you as they speed out with great speed. They jump on the ship and they're going to try to attack you and Yorgamat. Okay, they might actually hit. They might actually hit. 21 to hit.
1 second. 21 does not hit Yorgamat, but does hit Voss.
Okay. So Voss will take 30 damage as much akin to his fighting style. He just lets the damage come to him, and once he's absorbed it, he slaughters people around him. So you have like hands in your gut, claws stuck in the little place of your collarbone, as these people are basically just grabbing you like a Rubik's Cube looking for that puzzle piece, and their hands are stuck in the meat of your flesh. Meanwhile, they're trying to claw up Yorgamat and do some damage, and Yorgamat is not okay with any of this. So yeah, that being said, that's the end of that action. Next action is Kylie.
All right. I want to do something. I don't know if it'll work, like, systematically, so let me know, but it sounds cool. So her shield is completely broken. So even with it broken, she still has it. And so she's gonna like do like a cool like little sword spin and stab into the ground for the weapon of 3, and I want a sonic boom to like go outward.
Okay.
I don't know if that's possible, PJ.
I will allow that. What we're gonna do, a rule of cool here, it's gonna be treated as a normal attack, and you get to choose the damage type, sonic, force, whatever. Let's treat it as a normal attack.
Cool. It's still gonna be sonic.
Okay.
And while doing this, she's gonna send a quick prayer up to. Let's go. Shoot, who was it? Let's go, Sakmet.
Okay.
Come on, dice. Are you flipping kidding me? That's another 3, and that's the 7th one. Hero point, because I want this to happen.
Absolutely, let's do it.
Better. That's going to be 32 to hit.
Yeah, that's a dirty crit. Give me double the damage.
Okay. It's 4d12. Math, because you know. That's gonna be 49
Okay.
sonic damage.
KKK.
And then for my last 2 actions, I'm going to do the Battle Cat combo and call on Dahlia.
Okay.
And then do 2 more attacks.
Nice. Go ahead and give me the 2. This will be at the same penalty, so -5, I think, to both of these attacks.
Yes. That's another 32. And then...
God.
Not 32. Hold on. Nah. 29, sorry. And
Okay.
then 26.
26. Both of those hit.
Sick. For this, is it the same 2d12 as... Cool.
And the 1d6, I believe, for the holy effect of your weapon.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool.
Who's Dahlia?
Her panther. Her dire panther.
What?
That's cocked. Hold on. Oh, no,
She
cheese.
couldn't get any cooler. But then,
Right? That's what I'm saying. 34 and 44, sorry.
And this is still Sonic?
Yes.
Okay, and 44 is both of those damages total, right?
Correct.
Okay, so cool.
And that's it, because that's all I got.
Oof. Okay. Did I do that right? Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. Now that's perfect. So you take your weapon, and with your shield broken, you kind of adjust the strap a bit, take your weapon, plow it on the ground. This shockwave just ripples out, and the dragons or the wormkin are screaming in pain. And as they're screaming in pain, she looks up and she talks to Sekhmet. She calls upon Sekhmet, and she says, basically, I need a little help here. And with that, you hear Sekhmet just kind of go, I'm going to toss the ball over to Bastet on this one. And you hear this cat scream as suddenly, like a shadow across the ground starts to grow, and breaking through the ground, you see Delilah's right by your side. And this furious combo, spin cutting and cat clawing and flipping over and uppercutting and pouncing, you and Delilah become a swirling death machine of Nubian vengeance.
I'm gonna look over at my brother and be like,
He's like holding a guy up at the neck, and he's like stops him mid punch and goes, yeah, so that's great. Enemy's actually gonna burn another villain point. Everyone give me another reflex save.
Rats. Forgot about the Death
natural
Star.
20.
Shut up!
No effect for you.
24?
24. Okay, 24 sounds not bad. 28. Okay, sounds good.
Oh, I thought you said 48, and I was like, no.
How do you do that?
22 for Yorgamat.
Okay.
And a 16 for Voss.
Oh, no.
No!
All right, Sam, what's your reflex save?
And a 31.
Nice. 31 is good. Okay, so if you had the critical success, or a 34, which is in this case a dirty crit, you take no damage. If you have anything below that, you take, if you succeed, which the DC, by the way, is 24, then you take half of this. If you are unfortunately Larry and Voss and Yorgamat, you're going to be taking this damage wholesale. Let's see, that's 4, 8, 11, 17, 22, 28, 30 30 acid damage as the big floating corpse dragon castle in the sky opens its mouth again and just blitzes the field with this acid fire.
Uh-oh.
So if you succeed, half of 30. If you don't, 30.
Ooh, you said acid fire.
Mm-hmm.
Is this damage coming from the acid side or the fire side of things?
The acid side of things.
Ooh, okay. Yorgamat is immune. Immunities are acid.
Even better. I love this.
I'll take it.
All right. So
Voss, on the other hand.
Not looking too good. So that being said, okay, let's see, you just went, so the retort to the Delilah death combo is not very strong. It's a 23. Does that hit your AC at all?
No.
Yeah, no. And so they proceed to try to jump on you and Delilah and your unit and try to claw at you guys, and they cannot get purchase. Your cat's just clawing them back, and you're just meeting them with your broken shield and then batting their wrists away with your weapon. They cannot touch the Wonder Woman of Tezuku.
No touch.
No touchy.
No touching. Last and certainly not least, I think if I'm doing my math right, we got Sam in the round.
Yes, hello. Okay, so I'm ready to go. Which unit is on me currently?
I believe on you currently is the blue wormkins, ones that breathe ice.
You. Okay. So I am going to go ahead and start with no way, no how. And now do I have to use a focus point just to use that, or is a focus point per bonus?
So you use a focus point to activate No Way, No How, and you get to choose which one of the 3 Asmacon heroes No Way, No How benefits from.
All right, we're doing that. And the hero that we are going to call upon is...
Human Harry.
Human Harry's not on the list, or else I would, just for you. I think we're gonna start with 10,000 Trueno.
All right.
Ooh.
Suddenly the skies start to get dark and rain starts to pelt the ground, and you hear off in the distance this rolling of thunder, and somewhere in the midst of combat, and a cat appears. Somewhere in the midst of combat, you see just this bright blue light start to glow, and you see 10,000 Trueno just kind of on his tippy toes, bouncing, kind of getting loosened up, make sure his mask's super tight. He takes off his windbreaker jacket, throws it into battle, checks his arm pad or his elbows, and goes, "My name is Thunder. Hear me roar." And he just starts going into the battlefield. Now, what do you do with 10,000 Trueno?
All right, so he's running to the battlefield, using the free action to move any enemy units not removed through take thunder damage. Okay, so then the unit's going to try to move through the force for the second action and make an attack for the third. So would that be thunder damage plus attack damage?
Yes. So if you're basically like moving through or to a unit, you're bringing all that thunder damage to them, and once you're there with them, you get to attack again.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Yay.
All right. Okay. So roll for me the thunder damage first if you want to. That I believe that's an automatic thing, and then you get to roll to hit.
Alrighty. So that's 10 thunder damage.
Okay.
And roll to hit. To hit is 28.
28 does hit indeed, so go ahead and roll damage. And this is against the ice unit, correct? The blue wormkin.
Yes.
Cool.
4d12. I looked at it for a second as if I could add numbers. I'm like, oh yeah, calculators exist. 21 points.
Okay. So let's see. Okay. So as you move through, you notice this ripple of thunder starts to kind of build off of everyone in the unit. And as they're running, they kind of turn into this living buzzsaw of energy and air. And you start seeing the dragon just kind of get, or the worm king kind of get knocked back as like, you can hear like a crack of thunder and one dies, another, and 10,000 Truenos just keep running. And once you get through the unit and you start getting there, he just kind of turns around and claps his hands, and it comes out in this massive ripple. With that, almost like sounding the battle cry, ferocity kicks in, and you just start taking people left and right. You're getting there. They're not quite bloodied yet, but they're getting there.
Nice.
And with that, we're going to have one more action. You hear this terrifying horn call. And you see a bunch of wormkin just drop dead. As they do, off to the south end of Adolfon's continent, you see this roaring wave, tidal wave of water. Looking at it, you start mentally doing trajectory, realize, oh, that's not going to kill us. That's not even getting close to us. What is it? and then you realize it's displacement. Something is pushing the water. And then from the north end of the continent to the south, two eyes look at you across the continent shelf. And you see what looks like moving mountains until you see claws, and you realize the Wormkin kaiju lost to time for 5,000 years starts to climb out of the water and put his foot on land. Poof, poof. You see him stretch as for 5 eons he has not moved but slept. And as he cracks his joints and warms his muscles, he looks to you and starts to walk to you. He will be there next round. Now, they used a villain point to summon this creature. I want to let you know about some things that you can summon if you forgot. You can fire your Arbalest siege weapons at Rufa, very well crafted and made, to basically call any unit anywhere and drop down a lot of damage. You can also rely upon the Pillars of Shin, whose, shall we say, gray morality and extreme tactical prowess can do some very fun subterfuge things. Or, last but not least, someone wanted a bike.
Yes!
And maybe it's time that they earn their wheels. You can summon Legion Legion.
Please, can we summon Legion Legion so they can fight the gigantic kaiju? Please.
Absolutely. All you gotta do is spend a hero point to do it.
Do it. We got 5 of them, y'all.
Yeah, you do. It's okay. All right, top of the next round. Sidney, do you want to spend a hero point to summon Legion Legion?
Yes.
All right. That puts the heroes at 4 hero points and the villains at 6 villain points. But you suddenly hear the ground is shaking violently, breaking from Alphon Prime. You see Legion Legion just going, "Bring it, big guy!" And he starts breaking through your army alliance, and he is running for the kaiju. That being said, you still have a turn. So what are you gonna do the rest of your turn, Sidney?
I do. Well, the guys that we bloodied earlier, I want to keep going for them. Because let's just get them out of the way. So let's see. There's a lot of stuff I can do. And let's see. I would like to smite my foes.
Okay.
So, basically, calling upon the beliefs of the Platinum Hammer, we can infuse my weapons with Divine Fury. All strikes deal a +4 good damage for 1 minute. So, that's gonna be fun. Let's see. And then after that, I'm going to hit with the cramp. With the deific weapons again, because that'll help with the +4. So I'm gonna hit with the deific weapons again.
Cool. All right. So yeah, the +4 is for bonus damage. Did you want to use Channel Smite out of curiosity and burn one of your font spells? It'd be 2 actions to do all of it.
Oh sure, yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So you want to attack the one that is bloodied, the red fire wormkins, correct?
Yeah, let's just go for it.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna hit it so hard. Yeah, that's 35.
So I want to illustrate the math of what I'm about to go through. You have what, 2d12 base for the weapon?
2d12 plus 1d6 plus 10.
Okay, so 2d12 plus 1d6 plus 10 plus 4 plus 4d10. Double all of that because you just critically attacked them with your channeled smite.
Yay! This never happens. Oh my god. Okay. Holy crap. Okay, so 2d12 plus a d6 plus 4. Wait. Oh crap. Plus 2d10, and then doubled. You said.
Yeah, so it's 2d12 plus 1d6 plus 4d10 plus 14 doubled.
Right. 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 72 points of damage.
72 points of damage?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It never gets a hit like this. Yay.
Platinum Hammers, tell me the tale of how you rout the Red Dragon army, the Red
yes.
Wormkin unit.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Okay, so if we're going with this theory that this unit in particular, the Platinum Hammer, is moving in tandem, you're going to see them, of course, notice the weakness of their foes, and they're going to turn to the person to their right, they're going to turn to the person to their left, they're going to nod, and they're going to, of course, channel their smite into their weapons, and you see kind of like just like vibrating energy go into their weapons, and they just charge at these bloodied foes, and they just hack and slash, and it almost looks like a dance because of how in tune they are with everyone's breathing and everyone's energy, and they're just
And in a giant blast of light, you just see a smoke clearing, and there are no more Wormkins in that area. So really fast, I want to skip ahead a little bit because we had a really awesome hype train, and I kind of want to have a moment here before we get to the end of this. So Ian, Larry and Voss, Gorgamat, what's left of the blue Wormkin Marines? You suddenly hear the waters of two boats start to join the other formation of these draconic orca submarines. And as you look, you see on the horizon a familiar Blue Rock orc captain of the armada with pistols raising, screaming swear words and laughing her ass off. And behind her is the entire armada of Ulfgard with her. Easily 20 boats, and she's just screaming, all guns, fire! What if we kill the sea wolf? We won't. And just and as they just start destroying it, she's like, get out the boat and go shake his hand. I think we're gonna get killed. Oh, you afraid to get wet, are you? She starts throwing them overboard. Go help him. And on the other side, you see this little boat just, and when it comes into view, you see painted proudly on the side of the ship the SS Scups, as aboard of it, the Bun tribe of orcs has come out of obscurity, and they will have a say on this day. The line in the sand shall not just be no more, but with it, a kick-ass set of Cinnabuns.
Are they ready to kick some buns?
They're here to kick some buns. I give it a hero point, but you don't need them. The Ocean Armada is crumpled in minutes. And with that, the Bun tribe kind of starts feeding everyone. They're like, have you ate today? Shut up, put it in your mouth. And they just feed everyone. Spirits are high. You are healed 30 HP. And with that, they just start docking, and the Blue Rock Marines, as well as the Bun tribe, starts invading from the right coast. They are easily overwhelmed, killing out two other units on the ground immediately. Only one left. And with that, you see this horrible collision as this kaiju just runs. And it looks like if Godzilla just hit the roids a little too hard, just... And you see Legion Lejean just run up, and he starts prepping that fist. And every time they strike, you can hear thunder crack. And they just start trading blows until they finally just start strangling one another. Now, I want you all to tell me how Legion Lejean finally kills this kaiju. Step by step, one of you, we're going to build a story together. One of you says one thing he does. I'll build, and we'll go from there. Starting with Michael Powell.
All right, then. let's just say, oh, I got it. Legion Legion delivers a powerful kick to the gut onto the kaiju creature, and as soon as the kaiju creature doubles over, he puts it in a front headlock, and then holds, and then just lifts the entire body up vertically.
So he gets him in a gut shot, and he crumbles over. He puts him quickly into a suplex, slams him into the ground. Everyone falls prone. The kaiju quickly gets to his feet, goes for another throat strike. What happens next, Sam? How does Legion Legion break him down one more time?
So he slams him into the ground, and then he grabs him by his kaiju legs and spins around in a circle, spinning, and just yeets him into the nearest solid structure.
So he grabs him and he spins him and slams him directly back into the ground. Again, there's a massive crater, a divot, like a comet struck the earth. The kaiju actually bounces off the ground a bit, gets his footing, goes back for another strike. Kylie, how does Legion Legion counter this strike?
We're going to deflect, take the head, and like right into the knee.
Oof. So, oh, you hear the clicking as the jaw breaks and dislocates and resets. He is very stumbled. He starts to try and gather his breath. You see this bright neon blue light gathering in the kaiju's mouth as he's about to turn to Legion Legion. Sidney, what does he do?
Well, Legion Legion clearly has his Asmacon mod running. So I think he's just going to literally just grab the kaiju's mouth and close it shut with his gigantic hand and go, no, and headbutts it.
Nice. So with the mouth here, so it's mouth, Legion Legion.
Yeah.
No. The kaiju starts to grapple and try to get his wrists off or go through the throat because the energy is there and it's building and it still can't get out. Finally, you start seeing a snarl of teeth as he's trying to get his lips open, gets one of the fingers off, and turning his head around for a point blank shot. Ian, take us home. Tell us the tale of how Legion Legion finally kills the kaiju and earns that bicycle.
I think Legion Legion ends up basically pulling him close, his head over his shoulder, so that shot goes just wide over him, and goes for the full tombstone, knowing that behind him is the city wall that'll break his back, and just lifts him up and lets him rock back over this stone fortification that outlines the edge of the city, listening to that crack, deciding as he lays down on the ground, feet still planted, knees high in the air, back to the mat as his enemy has been defeated.
Absolutely. Pulls him in, and he just says, let me tell you the tale of how I earned a bicycle. And then takes him for the ride, and you hear the sickening crack and pop of bones bigger than most church temples shatter with this echo pop that just hails the end of this monster. You can hear the excitement of the soldiers and the lamentations of Shionibus's uncle, who's like, that infrastructure will take years to rebuild. As this monster is bent in half, you see the awkward squirming as the body slowly is able to stop sending messages to all the organs and muscles, and in minutes, agonizing minutes, it finally dies, bent over the wall structure. And with that, Legion Legion smiles. The army of the Wormkins are stunned. They can't seem to move. And as weapons begin to draw in those seconds that feel like hours, and as you ready to finally put them on the retreat and put them down, you hear the last horrifying sound of the day. In the sky, you see the corpse dragon, rocks breaking off of its body. You see the castle start to shatter and fall, and the whole thing starts to tip to one side and slowly starts to descend on a collision course catastrophically to the crust of the ground below it. The corpse dragon castle will fall and be destroyed. But that's the story for next week. Tune in next week, episode 64, the season finale of season 1, the final battle with Korokos. Find out what happened that caused the flying ship to descend and probably crash and crater the ground, and find out what happens to our 6 legends, these heroes of tomorrow, who are still inside it.
We're still in there!
See you next
Definitely
week.
our problem.
Yeah. Oh, it's your big problem, everybody. So tune in next week for the final fight, the last stand against Korokos. We are going to say our good nights. I thank you so much for all the love. I hope you loved this episode too, because it was a lot of fun playing with you guys. And without further ado, we're going to say our goodbyes, starting with Mr. Michael Powell. Please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet internet.
Before I do that, can I just say somewhere off in the distance, you hear some music that goes, I'm a real Adaphonian, fight for the rights of every man. I'm a real Adaphonian, fight for what's right, fight for what's light.
Some good old-fashioned Hulkster. I love it.
But anyway, I am Michael Powell, and you can find me all over the internet on my social medias, which is at Mr. Kapow. That's MRKAPAO. And you can also find me on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com. Wait, did I just spell my name? I think I just spelled my name regularly. That's MRKAPAO. Yeah, that's Mr. Kapow. And let's see. Also find me on my Facebook, which is at facebook.com/Michael Powell Does Stuff, because I do a lot of stuff, such as my YouTube channels, which are Fantastic Tales of Adventure for TTRPG stuff, or if you like horror, I got Dastardly Tales of Horror. And my current schedule right now, I believe tomorrow it's 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Toyzilla Network for Toyzilla Live, and then I think we have Purgatory Cafe at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then on the next day, on Friday, at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, on the Johananon Twitch channel, I will be playing Modern Age, which is basically, we're doing a, what do you call it, Mighty Max TTRPG game. So, hope to see you there. It's a lot of fun.
Hell yeah. All right, next up, Sidney, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet internet.
Hello. My name is Sidney Rubino. You can find me all over the internet at Sidney Rubino. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, which, speaking of TikTok, Nat 20 Productions is a TikTok now. Yup. Yeah. So, like, if you like clips, we post clips to all of our social medias, but there will be special clips only posted to our TikToks. We'll probably share those too, but you know. And yeah, that's cool. That'll be fun. And I do have a YouTube channel. I honestly, beginning the new year is when I will start posting again, just because that's how the holiday season gonna go. But if you like stories and being read to and the deciphering morals that come for those stories, that's what my YouTube channel is. I read stories, fairy tales, lore. So if you like it, check it out. And yeah, is that all the things that I do right now? I think that's all that I do right now. When I have updates, I'll let you know.
You're also just generally cool.
Oh, thanks. Well,
Absolutely. All right, next up we have Sam. Please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet internet.
Well, hello. I am Sam Sterling, and you can find me at Hey Sam Sterling anywhere on the internet places. And this week, tomorrow, I will not be on Purgatory Cafe, but you should go watch it. Absolutely. It's a wonderful, beautiful, fantastic show. And it's like the talent show edition. How could you pass that up? Right? But other than that, this Friday I'll be on the initiative order with a charity stream. So just check out my Twitter for the time that's going to start and everything, and come help out. I believe it's the Children's Hospital charity. So yeah, it should be fun, and I believe it's Christmas themed Fallout game. So that should be a time. But yeah.
Oh man, I seriously love the Initiative Orders Fallout game. Check out the Initiative; they're awesome stuff. I've done a lot. I've done work with them too. Sam has. They do good shows. The Fallout stuff is super cool stuff.
Absolutely agreed.
Cannot wait to see that one. Next up though, Kylie. Please, Kylie, tell us who is Internet what?
Hello, I'm Kylie, or I go by Kai. It really doesn't matter at this point. You can find me at Kai's Wonderful Life pretty much all over the internet. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. When I am not here with this amazing cast and crew, I am on another show called Chromatic Dice. We stream, I should say, every Friday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're not in Pacific Standard Time, I'm terribly sorry. I don't know time zones. Please figure it out though, because we're a hectic group, and we are closing out season 1 very shortly. So that's a big deal. Also, we do free dice giveaways every time you're in chat. Make sure you join our Discord when you're on that. Also, my Sunday game, The Wayward Path, is coming back officially this Sunday. So make sure to catch us at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I just got my boyfriend back from the dead, and we are having a new party member join us on Sunday. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Come check it out. We're also trying to find an assassin.
Nice. Well, that's really awesome. Of course, last and never least, Ian, please. Who, what, where?
Hey all, my name is Ian. I am co-owner of an amazing little shop called witchandheathen.com. If you ever want to check out any of our products, we make candles and other amazing things for your home. But besides that, I'm also friends with an amazing Marcy Mahoney. That's MARCY_MAHONEY on Instagram, who does amazing dice portraits. If you want to send in your own picture, you can also receive something that will put your dice in a permanent 20 up position, which is what we all need. So please send your photos over there. I'm very fortunate to have received this and hung it up behind me. Besides any of that, if you want to find me, I am at Bearded Scald all over the internet, if the internet counts as 2 places, which is our Discord and Twitter, and anywhere else I'm not there. So if you want to run into me, find me in any of those 2 places, and I will be happy to say hi. Thanks for coming by.
All right, I guess it's just me. My name is PJ Megaw. You can find me all over the internet at pj.megaw, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And I swear to God, I'll make more TikToks in 22. I got ideas. I've just been busy. That being said, when I'm gonna hear these absolute legends Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., you can see me and Mr. Powell Tuesdays 3:30 to 5:30 talking about TTRPGs. Fun excitement for something coming in 2022, sometime in January. There's a lot of fun things happening in January, actually. Like, for example, are you ever curious about where Woodward came from or how we got to Cobbledale or all these crazy things? Well, if you'd like to find out how all that happened, please tune in to the official Merry Wives of Woodward one-shot happening January 29th, being co-GM'd, well, I should say, being masterfully GM'd by Ian and co-GM'd by my goblin ass. And we're going to see what happens. It's going to be a lot of fun. Tune in. We'll give you more details on the way, but January 29th, put it in your damn books. That being said, some other announcements I'm not going to make till January, but tomorrow I'm going to be on the Blue Collar DM as twitch.tv/Blue Collar DM playing Ariok Kingguard in a D&D 5e game. We finally came back from about a month-long hiatus, so come check that out if you want to see me. Be me. It's a himbo paladin surprise. So come in, have a good time with that. I got a brand, y'all. What can I say? And well, thank you.
Yeah.
Last but not least, officially announced today, Jasper's Game Day is coming back with the end of the year, New Year's Jasper's Game Day weekend, 31st to January 2nd. I will be coming back as a GM at a time slot that is 9 in the morning till 12 in the afternoon. So I'm going to need all the coffee and energy for that one. We have 3 amazing guests already on the table that you get to play with. If you want to get the link, go to jaspersgameday.betterworld.org. Or look at my Twitter with the same link. I don't know if it's up there yet. I'll poke them. I'll poke them and make sure. But I'd love to see you at the table. We're going to be going 5,000 years in the past to the Great Dragon War in that one shot to see a little bit more about the world of Edge of Legend in that one shot. So if you can't play it, please don't miss it because we're all going to have fun and learn together. And I think I am done. Thank you so much for those who came, dipped in and dipped out, those who have been here since episode 1. Next week will be the last episode of season 1. It's been a hell of a trip. We have survived such amazing things. And to quote a good quote I love, we have achieved the impossible, and that makes us mighty. So until then, my mighty legends and heroes, I'll see you same nat time, same nat channel here for Edge of Legend. And let's hope Korokos doesn't TPK in the last episode, because that would suck, y'all.
Or we all die
Why
in a
would you
falling
say
castle.
No
I
way,
mean-
no way, no way.
Yeah,
Do this to us.
absolutely. So we're supposed
Reroll.
to
Next season.
reroll. Yeah, coming
I'm not
up. It's like, oh
superstitious.
man, they saved the world, but they died doing it. Oh, true heroes.
I don't like
His
the way
brother,
you
who
say
dwarf-
that.
Yeah.
Who dwarfed? And his sister, Sufa. I don't freaking got a clue.
Love it.
Damn it, Ricky Bobby! Don't put that evil on us.
Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. I'm just going to make an executive decision, and we are going to invade Captain Robert.
Wait.
All right. All right, everyone. So, what's our battle cry going to be? What should we battle cry into this raid with?
Well, we can't do tentacles because that's blue suit.
Yeah.
That's always the best raid.
Wait, Sam, did you have something?
No, I definitely, absolutely do not have a reference to Orc Coffee.
Oh, god damn it.
Sam absolutely does
Yes,
have the
China,
perfect thing to
China,
yell.
God damn it.
Someone else's.
China.
Okay,
Or-
fine.
How about
Have
just
yourself a
Orc
hot cup
Coffee?
vagina.
Oh, Lord,
Raid
I'll tell
with
you
it.
what. You can either shout Orc Coffee, or you can be that person and shout Gina, which is spelled
Don't
with
do
J,
it.
by the way.
Don't do it.
Jeinna.
Orc
All right.
Coffee's more obscure.
Yeah, Orc Coffee. I think we're going to shout Orc Coffee. All right, everyone. We're going to be rating Battle Cry Orc Coffee in 3, 2, 1.
China!